japes, what gags, what laughs, what jollies, what goofs, what gaffs, what larks, what whimsies we have for you today.
Oh,
verily, tis quintessential.
Mate.
We're bringing it back. We decided as the High Rollers, we're going to elevate the next sort of step up in slang language. We're going to go all the way back.
Quintessential.
Yeah, we're going to go back to ye olde English, ye olde speak. So if you have anything, if you think something's very good, just remember to say, verily, thou art quintessential. With that, I'm your Dungeon Master, Mark Sherlock Humes. Joining me this week, we have a Rhiannon and a Chris Trott. And on the other side of the table, we have a Tom Hazel and a Katie Morrison.
Inflatable tube, Tom.
Fuck it, Reed did the same thing.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it's yeah.
I was too busy.
Too busy.
It's too busy.
We
I was too busy.
are down a Kimberly today. Kim is off, I believe, in a lovely country supporting her lovely husband as he does a run, big run.
She posted on Instagram.
She posted on the Instagram of Ted doing his marathon. But yeah, so Kim's away, so I will be controlling Druffeth of tomorrow.
This
there
side of
it
the
is.
table's not got an adult on it.
Oh, don't I know we're very sleepy.
Sleepy little guys over here.
Sleepy guys.
There's a few sleepy guys around this table today.
Expecting such
We'll
a
see.
sleepy guy.
I don't think we've ever had a non-Kim on this side.
No, we don't think we have.
It's a rare one. It's a
It's
rare one.
It's like it's a rare
We
no
can do
Tom.
anything we want.
We can.
Get ready for a whole fresh new energy for High Rollers today.
Chocolate.
You weren't even on camera when you devoured that.
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Chocolate.
Do it again.
It was full. It was Germa eating a bird energy.
It's also they're also rum chocolates. So
Yeah,
she's
they are.
steadily just getting a
Right.
little bit of rum in the system. That's great.
Let's bring it back on into Serious Town. One main thing to mention this week, which is next week, for next week's episode, what we're going to do is we're actually going to put out our live show episode. So it is
That's right. It's edited.
Tom.
I've done it. I've finished it. It is ready to go, and it is a blast throughout. The quality is superb, as I mentioned last week, and it's good enough that we are going to put it out next week as the Sunday regular episode. Now, Altheya side quest in the Volant Vault.
That is the name of the yes, that's what I titled my document.
There you go.
The Volant Vault.
The first vault delve.
Yeah,
It is, yeah.
live
It's the
at the Adelphi Theatre in London. It was a crazy great experience for all of us. So if you didn't get to see it, you will this Sunday, and you'll be able to catch it on VOD and podcast.
And those of you who were there, you think, oh, well, I've already watched it. Well, maybe check in because those peepers might peep yourself in the audience.
That's true.
So you might be able to be like, that's me!
It
I
will
was
be
there!
it will be a very different experience watching the VOD as well than being there live.
Yeah.
So
So definitely check it out. So we're going to do that next Sunday instead of a regular episode, and that means it will go out on YouTube as well, all the usual stuff
Yes.
in the following time and week. So we are doing that next week. And then after that, we will be back into normal Altheya as normal. Wow.
You burped and you said Diplodocus.
Hey, no,
For no
hey,
I said
wait.
dope cuss.
Put a poll out. Who burped? It's up to you to figure out who it was.
That was proper.
They know it wasn't me because I'm pretty sure the camera
It wasn't
was
Mark,
on me.
so guess who it was?
Oh, what a mystery. What a game we've created.
who
What a
is-
puzzle. Call Daniel Craig. Benoit Blanc is needed to solve the mystery. Who burped in the intro of High Rollers episode 38? This mystery confounds me. Right, with that.
Wait, there's one more thing.
Oh, go ahead, Tom.
I made an emote. The Borf emote is now live on Twitch and is ready to use
good.
whenever you want.
Borfing
so
time.
get ready
I miss
anytime.
Kim.
Wait, hang
Anytime
on.
someone Borfs it,
Kim, come
you
back.
can now in chat.
Mark's pracking a
on
bit.
Twitch.
Mark's got a bit. Mark's got a bit.
Get bit.
It's Borfin time to Thomas Hazel. Just superimpose it in.
I'll put a
yeah.
special effect on it.
So Tom is your animal.
Well, it's the morpher. They hold the morpher. Yeah, Tom would be the guy in the middle. Yeah.
Oh, fuck's sake, I'm going to have to actually edit this episode, aren't I?
It's Borfin time.
Thomas Hazel. Thomas, bring me 4 teenagers with attitude. Very good. If you're not familiar with the 90s hit show Mighty Morphin Power Rangers,
just recreated
none of that means
You
anything
don't need
to
to watch it
you.
anymore. You just saw it.
You just saw it all. Right. Enough of that. Let's get some chaos out of the way. Let's crack on with today's episode. Let's play that intro. Sam, take it away. Save us, please. Thank you. Welcome back to Altheya, the Dragon Empire. Our heroes have decided on a path forward, choosing to aid Lady Emberissa, her draconic majesty, daughter of the Red Dragon Duke Ignarius Ignarum, and undertaking her quest, a task to seek out a missing knight of the realm who was sent to retrieve an artifact for Lady Emberissa from an area nearby called the Ash Hills, a site of a historical battle during the Oriat insurrection. With provisions procured, including a wagon and their trusty beast of burden called Rodri, the heroes ventured forth from Ashen Rest and began their journey into the Ash Hills. After 3 days of traveling alongside the Ruby River, eschewing the roads for wilder country, our heroes encountered a terrible vault-spawn beast, a troll, and some vile limb gimbles. Defeating the creature, they checked its lair and discovered a pile of animal and traveler bodies, including a merchant who was carrying an odd golden rod which bore celestial script and icons. Daisy, and the odd spirit that travels with her Nim, could read the text and discovered it bore words of a contract or pact, binding the previous owner to aid the 12th Legion in their pursuit of deserters and criminals of the Lucent Peaks. Pressing on, with Rowan leading them in the countryside. Sadly, the Jotnir Bard led them astray in his navigations, and in only half a day, the party encountered a pack of ferocious and rather unusual wolves on the road, and another battle ensued. And that is where we pick back up today.
I morphed it.
In a the famous phrase known throughout all of the Dragon Empire.
We all remember you, Borf Jorkinson.
Yeah, what a fool. What a clown he was. Useless and terrible. But to set the scene, because we did do this combat in the Theatre of the Mind.
Yes.
So I'd like you to imagine you are currently traveling through wild grassland and hill land specifically. So we have two large hills, one behind you into the, what I would call the southwest, and then one in the northeast. So you're kind of, the wagon was weaving its way between these two large hills.
Yes.
The wolves appeared at the top of the northeastern hill and then have run down to engage you.
They had the high ground.
Gruff and Ophelia and Daisy have moved towards that northeast hill and have met some of the creatures midway. Two of the wolves have moved around the side, avoiding Gruff, have engaged Rowan right next to Rodri and the wagon.
I'm getting married?
That's right, to two wolves.
There are two wolves inside you.
This combat's gone terribly wrong.
There are two wolves.
Xanthias is about sort of, I believe, 20 feet back from the wagon, having pulled away from the combat.
Yes.
Engaged. So we currently have Gruff is engaged by one of two wolf alphas.
Is this on pathway now or still on hill?
They are up on the hill. So Gruff is fighting one of the alphas on the north eastern hill. Ophelia is engaged with one of the alphas on that hill as well. Daisy is just behind them and has been throwing daggers in support. And then right next to the wagon we have the two wolves, and then Xanthias slightly behind them as well.
Sorry, did you say there's two alphas?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
I believe so. Also, someone trying to ring me. Don't ring me on Sunday.
They were trying to confirm. Yeah, there were 2 alphas.
Can't confirm.
Although I remember
I
there
believe
being...
so.
Okay, fair enough.
Maybe there's only one. I believe there's only one alpha.
All right.
There's probably only one. There's
I feel
usually
like
I
there was
believe
only
there's
one.
only one.
Because there was the one that...
I have drawn
Gruff-
2 A's on my previous little map, and that made
Right.
me.
Because I remember Gruff went forward as the bear to intimidating roar.
Now, Gruff's bear form is heavily injured. I should make that very clear now.
Fine, there's an entire health bar behind
I
that.
will be rolling for Gruffith, as Kim is not here.
Okay. Are
and
we
quite
making
honestly,
those...
nobody can be trusted.
Very true.
Yeah.
I'll play Gruff. I got all the notes.
Well, Kim did have a blanket rule to stop us from doing the only thing we would do as Gruff, and it said no wild shaping into a kitten.
That is true.
One
Which
alpha.
is a shame,
Kim's
really.
notes.
Wow.
I trust Kim's notes over Mark's.
One alpha.
One alpha.
One alpha.
I would also trust Kim over my own.
1
notes.
alpha, 3 wolves.
Right.
Nice.
And the brown bear form is currently on 22 HP.
I think she said it was on 2,
She has 3 HP left.
3.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
she was
total's
like, it's
probably
about.
just-
to
It's
pop out.
19 out of 22. She's taken 19 damage.
Hey, we're
Barely.
catching
That
up.
I do have.
We're catching up.
Really.
So, at the start, it's a brand new round, and the bear form of Gruff is going to take a swing at the
Bear
creature.
form, mate.
That's
bear
quintessential bear
That is
form.
properly, verily.
Jesus fucking.
So, I'm going to roll for this, going in with a 1 bite attack and 1 claw
We
attack.
haven't done our fate.
Oh, very good point.
God.
I want you to fate me, Daddy.
Yeah?
Weird energy today. D6s from everybody.
Verily.
Oh!
Verily.
Verily.
3 is a dice for me from Katie.
I got a 4.
Dice for you.
6.
Dice for you.
A 2.
Dice for me. Oh, comes down to me.
Yeah?
Huh.
Oh.
A 2. A dice for me.
There you go. So
I am
it's
still
now-
playing around with the fate system, so I'm still kind of deciding what I want to do with it, because it's very good for using on like legendary monsters, but in smaller encounters with normal enemies, I don't have a lot of ways of spending it. So I'm playing around with some ideas, so do bear with me on that. But we're going to jump straight in with Gruff, who is going to try and savage this alpha with
Do
his
it.
bear and claws. His bite, sadly, does not hit. The larger bear manages to move out of the way. However, the claw attack will hit with a 20 to hit,
yeah.
an unnatural 20, a dirty 20, as some may like to call it.
Is that the prone maker claw? I remember what it's called.
I don't believe so.
Oh, okay.
I'm not seeing it on my stats anyway, but we're just going to move on. Maybe that's changed. It's a whole new thing. That is going to be 8 points of damage from Gruffith.
Nice.
Nice.
As you see the very bloodied alpha now, bearing multiple wounds from Ophelia and Gruffith's attacks. It is piled in. That is going to be it for Gruff's turn. I'm not going to try and do anything too clever. I want to try and keep it simple and move on here. We
Kiss.
go to Ophelia.
Yeah, Ophelia will straight up try and attack this alpha wolf with veracity.
And these wolves, as I think I've mentioned, they have these very unnatural pelts. Their pelts are streamed with like sort of golden tufts, and occasional their bones and their bodies seem more spiky and ridged, or like more muscular.
But that one
Little bit
was
crown
killed- was
steely.
definitely ruined, though.
Yes,
No,
they
the,
got
the-
sprayed with acid.
The alpha I accidentally sprayed with it. Well, accidentally.
Belt is ruined.
Ophelia,
14 to
That
hit.
one is at least.
14 to hit will hit the alpha just barely.
Nice. Let's rock and roll Buckaroo. And I
Alpha
believe
top.
I am still form of dreading.
You are,
so
yes.
Whiz save throw.
That is very true.
Thank you very much.
That is going to be a failure.
Yeah, DC 13 fails.
Yep.
So you are frightened of me.
Yeah, you watch it recoils from Ophelia's terrifying, gaunt, undead-like form.
Max damage on veracity. So 10, 11, 12 damage total.
Another 12 damage. Looking very, very weakened at this
Very.
point as the
Very.
rapier slides in to its unnatural hide, sinking deep into the creature's flesh.
And I'm
hell
going to
yeah.
move around the wolf to like its rear just to get out of its bitey range.
Yeah, sure. Obviously, it can just move around, but
Yeah.
for flavour,
For
like you're kind
flavour,
of
I'll just
cycling
move
around
back.
it. Yep.
Behind
Yep,
it.
absolutely. You and Gruff are sort of, combining attacks to take this thing down. Anything else on your turn, Ophelia?
No, that's it. Thank you.
All right, then we go to Daisy.
Hello.
Hello.
I will There's 2 that are right beside Rowan now.
There are 2 that are engaging Rowan.
Okay,
Yes.
I will shoot for one of those. I think I damaged one of them already.
You did,
I
yeah.
will-
One of them is quite badly hurt. One of them is bloodied.
I will try and hit that one. That is an 18 plus 7.
80, yeah, that'll definitely hit.
So Rowan's beside them, so I get sneak attack.
Yep.
There's 2 more.
Yay.
There are 2 normal wolves next to you.
It's me.
Yeah. By the wagon.
17 damage.
That, and you're going for the one that you already struck.
I'll go for the non-hurt
The non-one, 17, right? All right, that one is bloodied as well as the radiant blade sinks deep into the other wolf's flesh. Both of them now, Rowan, around you, looking heavily injured but still fighting.
I will try and hit one again. That probably won't. It might. 9.
Bonus action attack.
16?
Does hit?
Did.
Yeah, these things, like, they are not too difficult to hit, but they're definitely tougher.
Forgot what their AC was. So that is going to be 6 points.
Same one that you just damaged? Or the first one?
The first, whatever one's looking really weak.
Hard to tell. They look about the
Okay,
same.
whatever.
All right. I will do it to
Whichever.
the same one that you struck, so you throw them both into the same one. But looking very weak, both looking very injured.
Okay.
That one now looks far worse than the other,
Okay.
looking very ragged and
Okay.
bloody. However, after Daisy, if that is you done,
Yes.
all right, the wolves, all of the wolves basically go now, starting with the 2 smaller ones. One is going to try and swat to Rowan. It kind of rakes its big, heavy claws. That is going to be a 16.
Yeah. Do it.
That is going to be, and you know what? I'm going to spend one of my fate points to increase the damage here, as I used to do in the past. I'm going to bring this back for a bit. Try to see this out. It's going to be a heavy hit. That's going to be 15 points of damage, and I need a strength saving throw from you, if you are not unconscious.
I'm going to use my Stone's Endurance
Okay.
to reduce that by 4.
So it goes down to 11.
Yep. And then Strength Saving Throw.
Strength saving throw, please. Yes.
15.
15 is a success. It tries to drag you down to the ground, but your giant blood, your Jotnir, vitality and strength keeps you up. The second one is going to try and bite you. As it was going to try and bite you on the ground, you are no longer there. So it's just a straight attack. That, I think, is going to miss. It's only a 9.
Oh my god, that misses.
So you managed to deflect it away.
I bounced off my leather jerkin.
Sure, yeah. You just shoulder bounce him
And then
like
I
a bro.
readjust my leather pants.
Okay, nice. There you go. Perfect. So that's the 2 regular wolves. The larger alpha wolf is going to multi-attack. It is going to attempt to bite. My deepest apologies. Gruffith had suffered a bleeding wound
Yes.
in the previous turn.
Yes.
At the start of Gruff's turn, this bleeding wound would have dealt some damage. Where's my D10?
Oh, so might not have had bear attack. Let's just say it was the end of the turn.
We'll just, it'll be fine because this is going to do a lot. That is going to be 8 points of damage, which is enough to knock out of the bear form and damage Gruff's normal form.
Sure.
But we're just going to leave the bite attack as it is.
Yeah,
for
the
now.
bleeding continues.
Yeah.
The bleeding does continue. It's the start of every round.
Does a healing kit solve the bleeding issue?
It could do.
I feel
Because
like
we've used them before.
I feel like it was just
'Cause
a
I've
straight
got-
up cure wounds was
I
enough.
think it was.
You will know when you know. You can certainly try different things. Yep, but healers, it would make sense. This is like not a supernatural thing. This is like a terrible,
Because we've
ragged
had this
wound.
before, haven't we? We've had a bleeding wound. I just can't remember what.
I think at one point we had to bandage it because we were out of spell slots, but I
Yeah.
feel like
I
cure
think
wounds
cure
or like healing word
Okay.
Possibly.
was also enough.
But for the sake of purposes, we're just going to say that, yeah, Gruff's attack, it happened just as he came out of the
Sure.
form.
Yeah.
But this is going to be, so it's going to be a bite towards Gruff and then a wounding claw against Ophelia. The bite is definitely going to hit Gruff with a 22. And then against Ophelia, 15.
That just hits. Has it got disadvantage because it's frightened?
It does have, that would be on all of its attacks, right?
Yeah.
Because it's, all right, well, I'll roll.
Nice.
I will roll these separately then. So the first one against Gruff was like a 22. That is now going to be a 12, which is going to miss.
Nice.
Because of the fear. And against Ophelia, it would be a 11.
Yeah,
So
misses.
because of the frightened,
Nice.
you can see it's always trying to keep its eye on Ophelia, always wary of some attack coming, and this gives you and Gruff enough time to kind of move and get out of the way. Perfect. Alrighty. With that, yeah, that is its turn with it being frightened. And then the frightened goes away at the end of its turn, I believe.
At the end of my next turn.
At the end of your next turn. So if you strike it and it fails again, you keep
can
that
keep-
up.
yeah, keep it
nice,
up.
excellent, great. Alrighty. In that case, we go to Xanthias.
So I remember the other two that were, I guess, now on Rowan that cycled around. They were afraid of you before. That's why they ran around.
Yes.
So I guess
They
that-
were afraid of Gruff. Gruff used Daunting
yeah,
Roar.
Gruff.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Heavily injured.
How far away am I? Sorry, how feet away from the
I
wagon?
believe you'd moved 20 feet away from Rowan. So you're 20 feet away from Rowan and the two wolves, which would put you a good 80 feet away from everyone else.
Okay, can I run closer to Rowan? I basically want to be within 10 feet of the wolves, but not within Rowan.
Well,
Well,
the
actually-
wolves are engaging Rowan, so they're right up.
You know what? That's fine. I can be next to Rowan. I want to move up to Rowan,
Okay.
into the range of these wolves.
Okay.
I'm going to grab Rowan's arm, and we're going to suck into nothing. We're going to disappear into nothing as I thunderstep
Oh shit!
away and pull you out of the fray.
Okay.
Is Daisy there as well?
No,
Daisy's not there. I'm going to say Rodri
Rodri
is
is
there,
there.
though.
don't you fucking dare.
Oh, I can't. It's what is the range on thunderstep? Sorry.
I believe it's 10 feet in all directions, and Rowan is right next to the wagon, so
10
it would
feet.
include.
Don't leave Rodri. Fight for
Yeah, but it does do a lot of damage.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that
but
damage
that'll
will
kill
also hit
Rodri.
Rodri.
I want to move into a position in which the wolves are in a line, and I still don't hit Rodri. Is that possible?
A line.
Yes.
If you could get the wolves in a line. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm pulling Rowan away. The thunder damage.
Oh no! Like you can get the wolves in a line if you don't do thunderstep, is what I mean.
I mean, can I thunderstep to a place in which they are in a line from me
From where you are without taking Rowan with you.
while taking Rowan with me?
If you move up to Rowan and thunderstep, you are going to hit Rodri and the wolves.
Oh, I'll
There is
still
no
thunderstep.
way to avoid that.
That's happening.
Okay.
What?
I forgot about Rodri.
Okay.
So that's just happening.
So what's the saving throw on these? Because I imagine
you
you're
kill
probably going to
Rodri-
you're probably going to kill these.
it's
wolves.
Constitution
you.
14.
Constitution 14. Chris Trott, you have Rodri stats over there next to
do.
Kim. Can you make a saving throw for
+2.
+2? What's the DC?
Come on, Rodders.
14. Hey, use fate on it.
No.
17.
Rodri can't use mine?
19.
19. All right, he takes half damage.
though.
Hot rod.
Two wolves.
How many hit points does he have?
15.
Okay.
Constitution.
Yes.
One of the wolves pass, one fails.
So it's 15 damage, halved for Rodri.
What type of damage?
15 thunder.
Rodri is resistant to thunder damage.
So 3.
So that'd be 3 points of damage.
That's pretty lucky.
Hot rod.
I didn't put that on his
Which
sheet.
means one of the wolves takes 15, one takes what would be 7, I guess.
All right, one of the wolves, in fact, which way did I roll this? He would have failed. He succeeded. The way that I rolled this, both of the normal wolves are ripped apart by the force of thunder as they are.
Their pelts are probably fucked, right?
Yeah, they're ripped apart.
Well, it's like thunderous force, so I'm going to say no. It like breaks all their bones internally.
good.
The pelts are sort of kept.
Great.
So you like see their
God.
kind of skulls fracture and things like that.
wolf for its pelt.
And then you guys can teleport where?
I'd like to teleport to a place in which so my intention is to use my dragon's breath now, I suppose, to hit the alpha. But there's no way I can do that without hitting Gruff or Ophelia, right? So I'm just gonna teleport to a place where Rowan, I guess, would be safe from if
There's only one left,
the
right?
alpha
It's
would.
just the alpha left.
Just the alpha.
Yeah.
So
I'm in the middle of nowhere. You could come near me, and that would be fine.
I'll go to where Daisy is, and hopefully that'll be, I guess, the opposite side of the wolf to Ophelia, because I know Ophelia's terrified it.
Yep.
Away, basically.
Okay. Yeah, you guys will be fine.
If you had killed Rodri, Kim would.
Did you?
been
Can
so
you put a note on
I would
Rodri's
have
thing
been.
of how much damage he's taking?
Yeah, I'm doing it on my.
Oh, you're doing it on yours. Perfect. Thank you.
So
Alrighty.
3.
There is a sort of like mournful like from from Rodri as like you see the thunderous energy like ripple against his scales, but you also see that as the thunder hits Rodri, those scales almost faintly glow, like there's a sort of a blue pulse over his body, because they're raised on the Azar step, so they are sort of they have a natural resistance to lightning and thunder.
From my perspective, I'm facing down two wolves. They instantly crunch and explode,
And you're
But at a
somewhere
distance.
else.
and I'm bamfed.
Yeah.
Rowan instantly throws up.
I mean, yeah. The way I like to envision Thunderstep as well is we literally almost compress into a null space just instantly, and that creates like a burst of energy.
It's like an implosion and then
Yeah.
there's a shockwave afterwards.
And then we just appear.
And which is perfect, 'cause it's now
What just happened?
Well, it's Rowan's turn.
If you appear next to me,
I got you. It's okay. The wolves are gone. It's just that one up there left. Up there.
How close am I to Alpha now?
You are 30 feet.
I will run up to Alpha,
Okay.
kind of stumbling, just coming out of Banff. I'm going to go in for a straight
just
swing.
throw up on him.
Yeah, regular swing.
Pelt's ruined.
Plus
Been
5,
thrown
I
up on.
believe.
Shit.
That will hit.
Plus 4, 19.
That was yeah.
That hits.
Two-handed, obviously.
Well, you got your lantern helmet.
Got my lantern helmet.
Oh.
8 plus 1, 9 points of damage.
9 points
Barely.
of damage. Your sword is not magical, though, is it?
No. That's all right. Not everything has to be magical.
No, it's fine. It actually doesn't matter. You watch as the sword strike, where the pelt has been sort of ruined by the acid, you manage to drive the blade in and cut down, leaving a gaping wound on its side. Yeah, heavy blow. Not yet dead, though. Anything else on your turn, Ro?
So now Ophelia and Gruff are here.
Yes.
I'm going to give Gruff his bear.
No,
Not
came out of it.
bear, no
no
more.
bear.
Knocked out of it. And
Gruff's
he's got
no
a
bear.
savage wound. He's been clawed on the side.
Yeah, Gruff is bleeding currently.
Hello, my friends, you're gonna do all right. Bardic Inspiration, Ophelia.
Okay. Nice.
D8.
Yeah, it's a D8 now.
You gotta give you a little
Lasts
rock.
for a minute. Gruff's turn.
Thank you.
If that's the end of your turn, Ren.
That's the end of my turn.
Right, start of the round. At the start of Gruff's turn, Gruff takes another 3 points of damage.
Okay.
His bleeding wound continues
Okay.
to bleed.
You're tracking that, yeah?
I am just applying it to Gruff's character sheet on D&D Beyond. And then Gruff will... Oh, bloody hell. Oh, this isn't very good, is it? Holding his side. Gruff will cast... Shillelagh!
Oh, your favourite spell.
Shillelagh! And will strike with his staff. Natural 20.
Holy shit.
Hey.
On
boy.
Sarah Nerdish Cosplays dice that she gave me.
Nat 20s has Gruff ever had.
We need stats.
A fair few.
Stat.
So this is going to be 12 damage plus another d8. Another 3. 15 points of damage.
Hell yeah.
You watch as Gruff brings the staff down as it turns its head back towards Rowan, who's now suddenly appeared. Gruff takes the moment, strikes the creature on your head, and you hear something crack and snap as its neck breaks and the
his
body
neck snapped?
slumps to the ground. His neck snapped.
Yeah.
Yes. As the body crumples to the ground. Sadly, that bardic inspiration is going to be sadly a bit wasted, as that is end of combat.
Yeah.
To an extent, Gruff is still bleeding, so we're going to keep you in initiative just to see what you guys do next.
Okay.
But Gruff has slain the beast, but it would then
That
technically
was
be a first
both
turn.
the bonus act. Oh, that was both there.
Yeah, you guys, we're not going to keep initiative. You guys basically get one turn if you're going to do something, if you want to try and do something.
Fix Gruff.
I mean, yeah, I just bamfed.
Oh,
in
this thing
and
isn't
out.
stopping. Oh, he must have hit an artery, I reckon. Oh.
Take a look at it, Gruff. I'll do like a medicine check and just.
Yeah, do you have a healer's kit?
I do not know.
All right, you can still do a medicine check
I'm just
to
keen
figure
to
out.
get hands on with the blood.
You can do a medicine check to figure out how to stop it.
Okay.
You can't fix it without a healer's kit, though. You
be
don't have any
ashamed to stop
supplies.
it.
I have a healer's kit.
9.
9. Oh, there's so much red,
Seal
vibrant.
with your mouth.
I'll seal it.
What are you doing? Get it, Sister Ophelia. You're not going to drink it, are you?
Like a
what are you
leech.
doing down there?
Oh, sorry.
No, too distracted by that sumptuous, red, sanguinous flow as it draws your eye. But yeah, distracts you too much to
Yes.
have a concrete idea. Anybody else?
I have a
think-
healer's kit.
Yeah, do you want to try?
Sure.
Yeah, so it's a medicine check. And it expends 1 use of the healer's kit. 1 use.
If this doesn't work, I will healing word.
Okay.
To be honest, may as well just do that. But
Yeah, try the medicine. Might save a spell slot. Might need that spell slot. Might have another encounter.
That's true. At this rate,
18.
18. Yeah, you take out the bandages. Is this something Daisy knows how to do, or is this maybe Nim's
Probably Nim.
instruction as well? So in your mind, Nim is like, now wrap it round tightly. Now seal this. Blah blah blah. Kind of, and it's battlefield medicine. Like the way that Nim describes it to you is this is very much a. This is how to staunch a wound on the battlefield. This is like a battlefield medic's training.
so you're like roaring at him.
Yeah, rah! Get down! Oh, yeah, don't give up on me, Private! No, you wrap the bandages around Gruff's side. You have to, like, loosen up parts of, like, his hide armor. You wrap the bandages around. You seal it tight. You apply, a salve, some sort of unguent from the healer's quit.
Unguent?
No, an unguent. And you apply that to the wound. And that will help with the healing process, which stops the bleeding wound.
Yay!
It doesn't restore any hit points, but it will stop the bleeding wound.
The fuck? Unguent's a thing.
I know words.
Verily.
Quintessential. Unguent.
Verily thou art quintessential, sir.
Take thee to an apothecary and procure oneself an unguent.
Unguent. That's a rare one.
When next you pick up your ibuprofen, ask perhaps for an unguent. Ibuprofen.
Ibuprofen.
That could be a D&D character name. Ibuprofen.
Ibuprofen.
Aspirin.
Paracetamol.
Paracetamol.
Right. Anyway. With that,
Hey, I'm
jump
Cal
out of initiative.
Pole.
I'm Gav. Where's it gone?
Gav is gone. We warned you guys. We warned you. We're all very tired. We're just silly little goofy guys today.
Oh my god.
It's Gav!
Oh god.
It's pretty good.
Oh, Ree, the lead into that joke was masterful.
That was quintessential.
That was properly
Verily.
quintessential.
Yeah. What a lark. What a jape. Right, with that, you find yourselves out in the hills of the grasslands. Gruff would probably be like, you didn't hurt poor Rodri, did you, with that spell?
I didn't mean to. Out of character.
Sweet boy.
Out of character, I completely forgot that would hit Rodri.
As soon as you said
but I was also like,
Rodri.
I've said too much. I can't go back on the mistake.
I love it.
now.
I love a commitment. I love a commitment to it.
But also, maybe Xanthias would have known that thunder lizards are resistant to thunder damage because of Caldra. Tom didn't. But okay, fine.
Heat of the moment.
I think when Daisy runs up the hill to heal Gruff, maybe I go over to Hot Rod. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't
Pulls away.
realize.
Make an animal handling check for me.
Oh, nods.
Make an animal handling
Animal
check for
handling.
me.
Let's
Rub
see.
the
here.
scales, your hair
He's
stands
not.
on it.
He's not the brightest creature. So you
animal
might not know that you made that happen.
-1, 17.
Yeah, he's fine. He rubs his head up against
It's
you.
okay. I won't do it again. I swear. I promise, Rodri. Do you like that, Rodri? Here you go. Ooh,
His little ear flaps to the side, and he shakes his little butt a bit.
Oh, he's shaking
likes
his
it.
butt. He's gonna pounce.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to make it up to Rodri. I can't heal him, but
Oh, yeah, it's fine. You give him a little stroke. Anything else while you guys are there? These wolven carcasses. There is 3 regular wolves and 1 large wolf. There's definitely something unusual about them. But looking around, you don't sense that there's any more. Ophelia, you did see that there were more wolves out there, but there's no immediate sign that they're going to attack. Maybe the others have gone off or fled or whatever it is. You did
I know
manage to
someone.
scare them away.
There's one person who's interested in pelts. I don't think anybody else is.
I'm like pang around my pockets. I'm looking for something, and then I pull out a bounty sheet. So there is that thing that asked us to recover wolf pelts from this area, and there are 2 here. I'm afraid that one up there I may have ruined with a little
There's
bit of
3,
acid.
right? And then the alpha.
3 regular wolves, because there was a 3rd one that got killed very quickly.
Yeah.
Is the alpha one good enough to
No.
research or anything? Like if we took it to Blackwing, would Blackwing be able to?
You can do whatever you guys want, right? This is a thing where I'm like, We didn't do it a lot in Erois, but like in this is like, yeah, if you want to skin that like alpha pelt or like harvest bits of it and keep them and take them to Blackwing, you can do that. Yeah, absolutely.
Can I make a wolf hat?
Well, like, what, like the
The
head.
head. I want to take the head. Can I take the head?
If you would like to do that,
Dibs on the head.
I mean, it's
I have a fashion idea.
it's acid mottled, and also Rowan threw up
It's
on it.
battle damaged. It's got character.
It does smell like vomit.
Yeah.
Sorry
I
about
don't
that.
care. It's fine. It's fine. I've been to the House of Rot. This is fine. What a fine animal.
If do you know how we could, for lack of a better term, separate the flesh from the bod?
We'd have to get inside it.
You have to get inside it. What?
Oh yes. Well, inside you there's a skeleton, right?
No, it's not. How dare you?
It's inside your flesh. We just have to dig it out and separate, render the flesh from.
Don't tell me these horror stories. There's not a skeleton inside of me. No.
Rudimentary.
skeletons are awful things in the ground. There couldn't possibly be one inside of me.
How ghastly.
That's such a weird Xanthias take.
Just
He's quite educated, other than he's convinced.
Standard biology.
no, I know it's a thing. Okay, if you like, it would be useful for us to be able to get the pelts from these wolves. So if you're comfortable to, I mean, you can try on the alpha. I think it might be too damaged.
So, is anybody proficient with leatherwork?
No, and I will not be getting involved. Thank you very much.
So if nobody is proficient in leatherworkers tools, then this would be a straight dexterity ability check. You make it per carcass. The higher you roll, the better preserved the pelt is. If you roll too low under the DC, which is set by me, you ruin the pelt and it's unsalvageable. You basically ruin it.
If we roll a 20, do we get 2 pelts from one creature?
Maybe, Tom. If you roll high enough, maybe you can get enough.
I mean, I'm not going to try. I remember Xanthias in the cave almost throwing up at the sight of the first body, so I don't think he'd.
The alpha pelt is ruined for the sake of completing the little bounty quest.
Right.
But I will say that if you roll high enough, Ophelia, you can get enough to make your cool wolf hat, if you want to.
Cool being cool.
Yeah,
Thanks.
and you will also yeah. Okay, do you want to spend a fate?
Yes, please.
Okay, yeah, sure.
On the hat.
Come on, baby.
This is straight dex.
Mama needs a new wolf
Mama
hat.
wolf hat.
DC, shall I set for this?
Oh, it's so bad.
Oh, good.
Oh, it's
I don't even need to look it up. Okay, what we got?
No.
What are we talking?
7.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 5.
The Ophelia spends, I'm going to say, a good hour just
Tearing
with a
this
knife. Carving, trying, but it's like
It's already dead.
Yeah, you keep getting too much muscle, and then like you're like, oh, this has got like the skull. You break like, and it just rips apart the ear. You like nearly pull it off, trying to separate. You're just not skilled enough at flensing the flesh from the muscle, and you just end up covered in blood.
But do they have the
lining.
same kind of blood as the gnolls though? Because remember when the gnolls were like, so they have actual blood and not acid.
These are, for the most part, natural wolves, but they have become, like a creature that grows up in certain environments. It evolves and mutates over time, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is definitely the case here. Like, you can see that their bones are denser and sharper. Like, their joints are almost pointed. Their muscles are overinflated. They're stronger than they should be. Their claws are ridged, a bit like the horns of a dragon or something like that. There's like slight ridging to them. But and they have like a slight golden fleck to their eyes. And these patches of golden fur, throughout them. But apart from that, they are natural animals.
How
It is unattainable.
how well?
I like the fact that she tried to put on her head.
And
anyway.
also, you've ruined this thing. There are bones left. At this point, even the organs, like when you were cutting through, you stabbed and punctured like a lung. Oh God, you've ruined the whole thing. It is ruined.
Okay, I have done this before.
You have.
I didn't want to interject or anything, because
Well, that's exactly the time to interject. But
hours later.
Can you save it? it.
I'm not a seam.
Not even for a vivify
Sorry.
can bring this thing back.
I mean, I've done rudimentary things in the past. That's too far gone, I'm afraid. But I can do the other ones.
Can Griffith not do stuff? He's
Well, I could.
fisherman.
He's a fisherman. He's not a,
I
he's
don't
not a
know.
skinner.
Maybe yeah, but maybe he has had
It's a
some
training.
experience.
No.
How like
If you ain't got that proficiency,
yeah, how well known are these sort of creatures in Cauldron? Are these like a new thing, or do I know of like?
dude, they're wolves.
The wolf.
But the I mean the sort of the golden sort of ash hill.
To most other people, they would just look like wolves, like slightly different wolves. Like,
Okay.
you know, like you get like grey wolf or a black wolf, or like black wolves with like patches of grey. Like they'd just be like, oh, that's weird. It's got like a blonde patch to it.
Right.
Most people probably wouldn't get close enough to these things.
I see.
The Ash Hills have not been populated in a long time. Most people won't come here to like, you know, forage or anything like that. They'll go to
Yeah.
other places. So
No man's land.
I was just wondering if there
yeah,
was
it's,
any.
it's a very untread area. This is like going out into like the middle of like the woods, out in like, I don't know, the Rockies or something like that. We're going and finding out like at some, you know, the deep in the Black Forest in Germany and being like, oh, that boar's got like a weird color to it. You know, it's
Yeah.
like most people aren't going to pick up.
So there isn't any like I guess research knowledge or even just stuff that Xanthius, I guess, living somewhat close to this area would know that the thing that Ophelia just tore apart. We can't like I don't know take some meat from that for rations or something. I don't know if they're safe to eat or.
I think that there'd be enough knowledge on that. Make survival check for me.
Okay.
I'd say Rowan can make this as well because you're quite well travelled as a yachtneer. You would have picked up on like knowledge and things like that. Daisy, you're from another
Holy
part of Cauldron,
shit.
so I don't think this would apply to you.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
You don't even want to bother?
17.
Yeah, 17. The two of you, I would say that you would know that push come to shove, you could totally, like cook their meat and things like that. They're fine. There's definitely like a strange kind of taste to it. A lot of people don't eat creatures from this area
Sure.
because they complain of it having a very metallic-y, like irony taste, which a lot of people don't obviously like and find palatable. But if push comes, it's not poisonous. There's nothing like
It's not
toxic.
It's not crown steel corruption kind of thing. It's such low
it
level.
would be like, you know, such a minute in their bloodstream, but over like
Microplastics.
but like over a generation of like, you know, their cub, like, you know, this is a natural kind of process basically.
Cool. Okay, cool.
You know, drinking the water here, eating other creatures that feed on the land here and stuff like that has over time just caused these creatures to divert from the typical evolutionary path.
Sure.
Cool.
Okay, but not so far that it's just.
No,
I'm dying here.
perfectly natural beasts at this point, right?
Cool.
They're not magical, they are natural creatures.
Yeah.
At
But
this
yeah, if you
point.
want to give it. So do you have leather working?
No.
Oh, okay.
Did you want to try and skin the other pelts?
So I've got a knife. A small dagger.
I mean, there's daisies.
it's not made of radiance.
Oh, that's true.
To be able to hold it.
Let's see.
Gruff probably would have like a Gruff probably has
I have a normal one,
I
but
have
you're not
a couple of
getting it.
daggers, but they're very, very cheap.
Right, I
It's
got
very
Ophelia's one.
rudimentary.
Okay. Right. Same thing. You don't have proficiency or anything that you could apply to this.
But I do have fate.
You do have a fate. Also, you have Jack of all trades as a bard, which means you get to add your half your proficiency to like everything.
I think I should.
And that would apply
that
to
should
like a
already
tool
be in
check
your
as
thing.
well. Yeah, but it's not normally like a skill check to use like a tool proficiency.
Right.
So you would get half your proficiency, which I think is rounded down. So you get an extra one to this as well.
Proficiency rounded down. +1 right now.
Yeah. So you'd get that to like any kind of tool check and things like that as well. Jack of all trades.
Bloody know that.
Yeah, it's a nice little feature.
It's
Like
to-
it buffs
yeah,
all of your
everything.
skills and stuff. Yeah.
Because specifically for stuff with sets and kits.
Yeah, or like all of your skills will have it factored in as well. Yeah, any untrained skill will have this factored in.
Oh,
So,
shit.
so yeah, this is going to be Dex with an extra D6 from Fate and a +1 from your Jack of all trades.
It's worth remembering if we ever do
So
like
it's already factored in to my saving
All
throw.
of to your skills. It's not saving throws. Yeah,
everything on your sheet is, but
Yeah.
like if we did say cooking or something,
yeah. You
you'd
should
probably
get an
get it for
extra
that.
+1 if you're not proficient already.
20.
20. There, I would say that with a 20, I'll give you, basically with a 20, you can do 2 of these wolves at once. Like it takes you an hour.
this out.
And you, like a very skilled traveler. Maybe you've had to help, you know, in the village when the tanners needed an extra pair of
I
hands.
don't like doing it.
Yeah. taking a hide apart.
Watches very keenly.
It's very bloody, and you don't have the tools and means to like preserve the hides. But if you wrap them up and seal them, they might stink a bit by the time you get back to Ashen's Rest, but they'll be perfectly usable by a leather worker to turn into a full hide. So
Maybe wash it in a stream or something like that.
Yes, yeah.
But for now,
squelch.
Squelch roll.
Squelchy hides.
And there is one more wolf left, but you will need to spend an hour.
Nobody water.
Is that something that maybe Gruff could have been doing alongside
I'll make a
Rowan
roll
or
for Gruff
something?
as well. I'm not going to add any fate or anything for Gruff. I'm just going to do this as a straight +1 dex check.
Why not?
16. Enough. Just barely enough to do
Very
one.
cool.
So you now have 3 ash wolf hides.
Sweet. I'm writing it down. Don't you worry. 5 more to go, guys.
I'm not quite as good as Rowan, but I've managed to clear up one of them
You
at
did
least.
very
But then
well.
we-
Gruff.
Well, thank you, Rowan. I appreciate it.
What's the quick? You
Learn a
can't
thing or
have.
two from you two.
There's still 4 deer and 1 bear.
Yep.
Yes, I can teach you. I don't really like doing it.
Well, you never know. We might encounter some more on the road, or Xanthius can come out by himself after we get back to Ashen
Hey,
Rest.
worst case, if we don't get enough,
Goodbye.
we still have materials that we can sell to anyone interested in Ashen's Rest.
Yeah, that's it. Even if you don't complete the quest, those wolf hides, you'll be able to sell them to a leather worker for some gold. How much? We don't know.
It doesn't hurt to be entrepreneurial out on the roads or wherever the hell we are right now.
No.
Speaking of wherever the hell we
I'm
are right now,
sorry. Okay, I thought this might have been a good path, but I think I steered us towards more hostile environment.
there's no way to know. They came out of the. I mean, Ophelia was ahead of us at the time.
They came out of nowhere. They just pounced over the hill. We could have been.
Very unique wolves.
Yes, they're quite beautiful.
We should probably keep
I
moving.
look at the
though.
butchered one. Yeah,
They all were. Would have been such a good hat.
it would have.
So this occurred about half a day's travel. So it's just after about midday, sort of mid-afternoon, and the sky has been fairly overcast. You're at the late end of spring, and the temperature is warm, but it's very soon, as you're stood around, a heavy rain begins to fall. Quite a heavy, burst of rain, trying to clear it out before the summer begins. There's no wind and the temperature is fairly mild, so it soon just becomes more of a bother more than sort of anything else. With the wagon for you to take refuge in, those who wish to, and the wagon, those who are driving the wagon, so Gruff and Daisy, you have a little bit of shelter from up above as well. And Rodri doesn't seem to mind the wet weather at all. In fact, he seems to quite enjoy a little bit of rainfall. Probably something similar to his homeland of the Azar Steppe. That is about half a day travel, which means...
Our step.
what's that?
You did say that before. But that's
Yeah, I
where.
did. That's where Rodri would be from. So you have an option here to change up your roles and what you are doing. If anybody else would like to take the lead away from Rowan, or if you would like to have Rowan remain as the leader.
So we
I
are.
understand if you want to take the lead.
I think so far the journey has been eventful, sure, but I mean you've got us this far. I presume. Hopefully we're not far from the Ashen Citadel.
I think so.
You are about a day's, because it takes a little bit of time to travel through the hills. You're about a day away, unless anything else goes wrong.
We can't like see it in the distance. Or...
Maybe like a faint speck, like on the distance, but not.
Too hilly.
Yeah.
If what I think might be the Citadel is in fact the Citadel, then you have led us in the right direction, which is much better than I could have done, Rowan. So
Thank you.
maybe we can head there and revise.
I've got a good feeling about this next part.
Me too. I'm
We
optimistic.
just got to manifest good vibes, y'all.
Jarl, is that a... What is Jarl?
I'm half.
What?
It's fine. It's just a giant thing.
Okay, well, in that case, I think we can press... I mean, we have to either stop here, wait for the rain, or just carry on.
You don't need to wait for the rain.
I think if we run faster, we are drier.
We're in the wagon.
The less rain falls on you.
We're in the wagon anyway.
Oh, yeah. No, not all of us can fit in the wagon.
Yep, Gruff and I are on the top of the wagon.
Oh, yeah.
Getting drenched.
No,
Oh, it's like a little lip.
Ah, okay.
Literally just.
I did just say that.
Rodri's from the Azar Steppe.
The rain is
Metal crates.
the rain is so loud right now.
No. All right. In that case, so Rowan is going to be taking on the role of leader and sort of trying to navigate you through the hills and keep you to the path to the journey that you've planned. So what are the rest of you doing? Gruff is going to be neutral in this. I'm not going to have Gruff take any actions because I don't want to make decisions. So Xanthias, Daisy, and Ophelia, what are you doing during your typical sort of travel here? I believe last time, like, Daisy and Xanthias were kind of keeping their eyes out on the horizon, but Ophelia, you chose to actually move ahead, and you actually got a warning that those wolves were coming.
Yeah, I'm happy to do that again.
Yeah?
I think now that we're kind of somewhat confined to the wagon, I guess, to stay out of the rain, I think now that I'm kind of getting towards... We're now heading towards Rust End, right? And we're not going to Rust End.
Sort of,
but
yes.
This is more of an area that I know than the northern part of Caldra or anywhere beyond this. Like,
This is still, you're probably still in a region that you as a young man never would have traveled to. Like, this is, like, you know, Samwise, like, this will be the furthest I've ever gone from the Shire.
Sure.
You probably never left that, you probably never went that far beyond Rust End. Like, you probably traveled no more than like a day out of Rust End itself.
but I just mean like the Ashen Citadel is like the first into Caldra, like the first sort of
From Rust End,
landmark,
yeah,
right?
yeah, absolutely.
And
yeah.
the area is starting to look familiar and recognizable enough compared to when I was in Kelskaris or whatever. That I start to feel like I start getting a little bit more comfortable with the journey and almost thinking of taking on, I guess, in an effort to be the morale officer for the for this leg of the journey, like just talking to people about Rust End or about the area, or
telling stories,
just-
or just
yeah.
having idle conversation. It doesn't even have to be something specific. It can just be like checking in with everybody.
Yeah, like in the rain, if people are starting to look just miserable, I'm just trying to keep things light and entertaining and having fun with it, I guess.
Sure.
Playing I Spy, obviously.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
What do you spy?
Something beginning with C.
We're not actually
S.
going to play I Spy.
C then S. That's right, Crown Steel. It's around us always.
All right. So Xanthias is kind of
Just
having
looking at your own chest.
conversation,
I Spy,
keeping things light. Ophelia, you want to move ahead and basically kind of keep a distance from the wagon, but you know, in case you encounter something on the road, you'll be able to let the others know.
She's
Trying
a
to.
draggled, sopping, wet mess.
There's no roads here, so is this like? Are you like trying to stay relatively hidden? Are you like, you know, trying to use the cover of like, you know, the odd bit of trees, or are you just walking quite openly and just hiking and
I think she's been
letting
quite
your
open
heightened
about it.
senses?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. And then what about Daisy?
I do. I've got
What about Percy?
Oh yeah, what about Percy?
Could he not
Percy is with you.
hold the robe over?
He could do a little robe over.
Could he just give you the robe?
Well, I like to imagine that Percy, you would have absolutely travelled with a parasol here. Like
Yeah.
Percy
I
could
was
have a
about to say
parasol.
parasol.
Oh, you have a parasol boy!
Percy!
Yeah, parasol P.
Percy.
I have a parasol.
That's why you were so into Elena
Alana.
Vidante. Alana Vidante.
Yeah, I like that. She had a
She had a parasol boy.
I was picking up on her vibe. She had a good vibe.
Shame you borfed
I
it.
borfed it pretty hard.
You really did.
All right, what Daisy do?
What Daisy do?
That Daisy do.
What that Daisy do? Daisy is snacking and giving Gruff snacks and keeping an eye out on the top of the wagon.
So just kind of keeping an eye on the horizon
Yeah,
and
but she's also
letting
making
Gruff
sure
focus
that-
on driving.
making sure that Gruff has enough to eat and is snacking with her because Gruff had a bad injury and she was worried about Gruff.
All right, nice. All right,
Yeah.
perfect. In that case, the first thing that we do is Rowan. I would like a survival roll, please.
Don't fucking borf it.
See, now you're saying it.
Want one of these?
Right?
No.
Last one.
This is going to be a nat 20. 13 plus 7, 20. On nat 20.
Very good. All right, wonderful. So that means you will travel for, in this terrain, 2 days before an event. So you will reach the Ashen Citadel. The Ashen Citadel is its own event, so it circumvents any random encounter. There is a thing that's going to happen at the Ashen Citadel that will circumvent any sort of random encounter. So look at
I
that.
wonder what it could possibly be.
Oh, you don't know?
Then good.
So you manage to sort of navigate, and you travel for the rest of the day. So it's a day's travel. So you travel through the night. You may all take a long rest.
Ooh.
You have the wagon to keep you in good conditions.
Very nice. Very nice.
Roll for the weather for tomorrow. Ooh. The rain stops when the sun goes down as the stars and the various two moons, Melia and the Crown, illuminate the night sky. The rain dies down, but quite a light breeze begins to blow through, just occasionally kind of like brushing against the shutters. Those of you who are sleeping in the wagon here are sort of rattling now and then. Rodri, rather than sort of spending the night grazing, is huddled up against the wagon, kind of keeping his head down as the wind blows over his sloped back. Your tent, Rowan, that you stay in, you hear it rustling and the fabric being blown by the wind. But a peaceful night, nothing happens. The next day you travel, and about mid-afternoon, Ophelia, you were the first to see, and eventually the wagon, you will see this as well. In the distance, you see this area of land is a little bit more flat. It's not as hilly, but you see the remnants of ruins off in the distance. It would have once been quite a large structure, but now only a small portion of it really remains. Maybe the central bailey, the main sort of central keep. There are a few scattered stones, the outlines of buildings. But it's you, Ophelia, as you are the scout. You, moving ahead of the wagon, you see that there is movement within this ruin. You can't tell too much yet, but you can see figures moving around. It is midday. There seems to be something going on. And can you make a perception check for me, please?
16.
16. You think you can hear something being carried by the wind that's sort of blowing around you. It almost sounds like, it's hard to make out the voice, but it sounds like a kind of slightly shrill, higher-pitched voice, maybe calling for help or something like that coming from there. Hard to tell at this distance, but you can definitely hear, and there maybe some other voice which sounds more deeper, more rhythmic, almost. And you can hear that coming from there. You can see that the keep is made from several ruined buildings. There are ruined walls around the main sort of central area, which would have been a main keep. There is some sort of ruined tower right in the middle. A ruined gatehouse that would have once held a gate position, like a portcullis, and then a few other ruined buildings around this sort of small encapsulated area.
Is it quite like overgrown? Are there like trees and stuff around it, or is it sort of on its own?
There's like a little tiny copse of trees really close. Looks like maybe it would have once been like an internal thing, like a small garden or something like that. It's very overgrown. There are bushes and trees and things like that on the far outskirts. Like you think, and there's like slight gentle hills. You can probably lead the wagon to this area without it being seen, but you won't be able to get the wagon or anything closer without potentially risking, being seen, especially in broad daylight. You are at the zenith of the sun right now. It's, if you were to move across this open land, if the people there are watching or keeping a lookout, they will see you.
Yeah.
All right. That's, unless you've got any other questions, like I think that's the base information you can get from your current position.
Nice. Yeah, I'll relay that to the others.
Okay, cool. While you're relaying that, I'm just going to go and start setting up a map. It's going to take me a while because it's quite a big one. So you guys talk amongst yourselves.
In character relay it then.
Yeah.
We're close, but there's movement.
In what way? Like good movement? Like wolf movement?
No,
Like bowel movement?
Shadows, like there's, like the ruins
Thank you. Yeah,
That was such a good one.
I've been cooking that one up for a while.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You're such a morale lifter.
I know, yes.
Very good.
Oh, thank you.
But anyway.
Yeah, sorry, this is serious.
Sorry,
now.
yes, like shadows. There were shadows moving around, like figures.
Sorry, that was such a good joke.
Well, it was okay. It was okay.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's quite all right.
No, but it's so
Yes.
heartening to hear. Carry on.
Sorry, yes.
Power movement.
Such a good joke.
All right, please carry on. Movement.
Movement.
Is that all there was?
And there were voices, I think. Like someone was...
Voices?
Yes, there was...
Like a person?
Yes, well, I think so. Like somebody was saying help, and then there was another...
As in, like, shouting for help?
I think so.
We should help.
Well, I mean, okay, let's help then, right? That's what we do.
What do we know about this place? Is it...
That's a very good question. The dungeon master is not here right now, so I could
Does that mean, Xanthias?
What is this master?
Well,
What are these cameras?
wait a minute.
Self-aware.
Oh God! We're trapped in a game!
I'm in a new place. Where am I? Help me!
Look, we can't.
Outlook not so good. Clever Toad says.
Manually go and get a ton of stuff.
What are these rocks with numbers on them?
Can I not leave you to have one in-game conversation?
We had a great
They talked about bowel movement.
Yeah, well, I'm
As far
surprised.
as
Is there some sort of thing I could do to get knowledge of Ashen
would we know anything
Ashen-
about Ashen Citadel?
Citadel?
Yes,
Like
you can make
history.
history checks.
Neato.
I will finish building the map.
+2.
Is there anything I would have just known by default?
Oh no,
21.
like you are like I said, Tom. Like you are from Rust End, but Rust End is still like several days away. At
Sure,
this
yeah,
point.
yeah.
And it's a small village. This is like if you would have been taught something at the time.
12.
12.
Why are you eating your chocolate?
Oh,
That's shame.
So we have a 12.
How much chocolate do you have over there?
We got a stash.
there's a lot of chocolate. I got a natural 20.
A natural
Wow.
20.
Second
Right.
today.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Anything-
21.
21. So was your total 20?
My total for history is 20. Yeah.
2021.
I haven't rolled.
You haven't rolled. Okay. So you both, Rowan and Xanthias, will know that the Ashen Citadel was once a fortification built alongside the Broken Road, which was once called the Ash Road. And it served as a fortification to protect against like bandits and vault spawn. It was really a rallying point for forces of Coldra, but it also served as a point for Guildeye soldiers to come and restock, resupply as they were needed, as this road conjoined the two provinces. And for a long time, it was a great alliance between the Red and Gold provinces. And so the Ashen Citadel was something of a stopping point to check for bandits, imprison people as were necessary until they could be transported to one of the greater prisons. And it developed over time, a small town built around it, small buildings just to facilitate things, a blacksmith, a provisioner, and things like that. During the Battle of the Ash Hills in the Oriat insurrection, Duke Ignarius and many of his allies stationed their forces here, their non-dragon forces, their knight commanders and such. And the Citadel bore the brunt of Galdvasar's assault into Cauldra. And it survived until the last few days of the Battle for the Ash Hills, where the corrupted bronze dragon that served as the leader of Galdvasar's traitor forces personally attacked it, and it was destroyed, killing many of the forces inside. That bronze dragon's name was Darunax. D-H-A-R-U-N-N-A-X. Darunax. Darunax was a very powerful crown-still corrupted dragon, and being a bronze dragon, had great mastery of arcane magic, and used that magic to basically split and sunder the Citadel, killing many of the forces inside. However, that overcommitment of his forces to do so gave Duke Ignarius, his wife at the time in Flaria, and many of his other allies that opportunity to strike back and hit hard. And with that, that though they lost the Citadel, they pushed Daranak's and Galvasar's forces out of the valley and out of the area and secured the victory at no small cost. You know that Inflaria lost her life. That is Emberissa's mother. She lost her life to Daranak's in that great battle. This was the sort of the final point where they'd been pushing through the Ash Hills, pushing along through the Ash Valley, the Vale of Ash, and they culminated. This is where the final stand took place. But eventually, Duke Ignarius won the day.
Okay.
Very cool.
So what is...
With a natural 20.
Okay.
The Ashen Citadel has been plundered. You know, this was destroyed hundreds of years ago.
Okay.
People have come here looking for treasures and, you know, things left behind. So it's really not much more than a ruin. And the land itself is also, like, you know, weather and time have rendered it into mostly a small ruin now. But Xanthias, perhaps it's the nature of you having gold dragon blood, but stories of treasures always sort of appealed to you. And there has always been a rumor that the Knight Commander of the Ashen Citadel, whose name you don't know, but the Knight Commander is said to have kept many of their treasures, hidden somewhere beneath the Citadel in a secret chamber. It's never been found.
So, in that case, it's not we can go towards this place being scared of ghosts. It's not like a haunted place, this thing.
There's rumors like that are always around. Like,
Sure.
A lot of people lost their lives there.
a lot of people lost their lives
But I
there.
just mean, like, it's not,
You know,
people don't avoid it because it's just...
There are stories of, like, the Knights of Cauldra still linger within the Ashen Citadel to this day. People say that they see lights as if the signal fires were still lit, as if the battle still raged on. When you walk along the broken road, you may hear the sounds of steel clashing against steel.
Sounds like very much haunted.
Yeah.
Could be.
But this is it. They're just stories.
We're also midday and someone's calling for help, in which case I'll say, well, okay, whoever's in there...
Ghosts now, Tyria, not so good in the day.
I'm going to go get I've got a lot more.
Yeah. I mean, whoever's calling for help, we should help. But we should be wary. It
Yes.
could be thieves. It could be bandits. It could just be innocent treasure hunters looking
I
for.
imagine Rowan and Xanthias are kind of combo telling the story of this place,
Yeah.
And then that's when Inflaria did a last stand.
etc., etc.
Yeah, but not at that point when I was talking about
Oh.
thieves and bandits.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just like in the wagon ride up when I was talking about the area of this place. I could have told some of these stories as well, so maybe that's how you're sort of caught up. But either way, whoever's calling for help, we should go and help. But just be wary, they might not be so innocent or kind or helpful to us.
Saying there's potential secret treasure.
Oh, yes,
So that could be a draw for bandits.
exactly.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Yes, well,
I'm still hung up on the joke.
bowel movement saying yes.
Bowel movement.
I'll write that down. I want to remember that one tomorrow. Clip it. So we should go and help, basically. But there might be others in there.
I'll be sure it's not just a ruse. Someone pretending they need help, and then we'll get ambushed
think of
for our supplies.
That's a good point.
Oh, to lure in.
There's
To lure us in.
definitely ghosts, and there's definitely bandits, and it's definitely not good times.
Definitely ghosts. I mean, it's midday. We've seen
There
Tyria.
could be ghosts.
there-
There's dark places
I
in
mean,
there.
knowing the history of this place, absolutely. But right now, I doubt it.
I don't. You got to be careful. You
There
never know.
are plenty of monsters in the daytime. That big old troll thing
Oh,
with
absolutely.
the limbs prove that.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't be. I'm not saying completely discount it, but
If there's an underground place and it's all dark and spooky, there's probably a ghost.
there's
there.
almost certainly an
Don't
underground.
worry about that.
Turn on my
lantern.
helmet lamp.
Come on, turn it off. They'll see us. They'll see us. Wait, turn it
You're
off.
right.
My brother in Christ, it's the middle of day.
It's a bright light.
It's a bright light. Also, do we
State of the art.
want to find somewhere to put the wagon and Rodri just to keep them safe, just in case there
We
are
might be able to.
ne'er-do-wells
Yes, we can
inside?
probably hide the wagon somewhere in this
Well, I
bunch
don't really
of
want to
trees.
leave the wagon because there's a lot of bandits on this road as well.
Oh, but
It's
we
not
might
a
be able
good
to contain.
Is there a way Percy can be like an alarm system?
Percy isn't very good with making sounds. I mean, I could give him maybe a pot and pan for him to.
That's a good idea. We should get a bell kind of thing on the wagon for
He
Percy
signals
to-
for danger.
Yes.
And Percy can
That's a good
stay with the
idea,
wagon.
yes.
But if Percy is willing, and I'm
Ruff's got a
looking at
bell.
Percy when I talk to him as well,
Well, Percy will be willing if I ask him to.
that would be good. It would be a good way to make sure we are aware if something is happening to the wagon.
Yes, that's a good idea. Yes.
Just a thought.
That's a good thought.
Yeah.
But somewhere within these trees, we can probably secure the wagon. I don't imagine Rodri's running away anytime soon.
The worry is, if someone's calling for help, they might have spotted Ophelia already and asked for help.
The worry is they were desperately in need of help and they're long dead by now.
It's too late.
Yeah.
We spent way too long planning.
Yes,
No, you have not. It's fine. It's just
The other
it's just taking
thing-
me a long time.
that's all right.
Is I kind of planned these ruins to be our halfway point, so I didn't really plan for us to skirt around it or anything. I was hoping this would be a little bit of a safe place for
Oh
us
no!
to
I
rest,
mean, at worst,
get some food and
worst
stuff.
case, there's outer areas of these ruins that are safe. It's just that central keep there. I mean, I would have avoided it myself.
I
But
should have talked about that beforehand.
no, I
That's
think
all right.
I think the area itself is safe enough. At least from, I mean, we can see outside of this keep. There's no large areas of trees. We're not going to get ambushed by wolves again or trolls. But
That's how they get you.
what wolves, trolls?
All of them. I don't trust anything.
I mean,
It's a
look,
dangerous road.
it's good to be.
Man, the loading times for this map is insane.
Listen, all right, leave me alone. There's a lot.
Why didn't you just put it on the table first thing?
Because I didn't know if it was going to take a long time. Leave me alone.
Depends on the roll.
Yeah.
Depends on my scouting.
It's okay. By next episode, we'll have installed an SSD.
So we are proceeding with caution. Yes. Is
Yeah.
that the?
And leaving Hot Rod.
But now, just so we're on the
Percy.
same page here, I told you the tale of the, the secret, the potential treasure.
I mean, if there's treasure to be had, then
Look,
I won't say no.
if we happen to uncover some kind of crack in the wall, a button, or a bookcase that opens up, I mean,
This is
we
quite
will.
exciting.
We will.
I mean, I'm
Go
very
in,
low
right?
on funds, apart from the platinum. But I haven't got any gold, and I like
5 platinum.
I like looking at gold. Please.
I'm just saying, if the opportunity arises, I mean, why wouldn't
4
we?
gold. Look at that.
You've got 4 gold?
Really nice.
Oh, and some snacks and stuff. Sorry
Yeah,
about that.
sorry, yeah,
Yes,
it's
a couple of
very nice.
pebbles.
Yeah.
But I mean, what if?
Treasure and gold. I mean, who knows?
It's such a
It's
classic,
reckless.
isn't it?
It
You know,
is.
it's like a real tavern tale. Like,
Exactly.
we went down to a ruin and delved.
I mean, imagine if we can go back to Ashen Rest. That's the one. Everything is so Ashen themed in this area. We can go back to
It's like a
Ashen.
great Ashen cataclysm happened, and then
Well, yes,
named
of course,
after it.
yeah, but
Quite memorable.
Yes.
I'm just imagining going back to Ashen Rest and saying, we've procured the treasure from this
We did it.
old tale.
The
This is
rumours
it.
were
This is the
true.
one.
But we should probably do that on the way back from, saving the life of the knight that we
Oh,
need
that's
to
a good
save.
point.
That is true. There is
Because,
a life to save.
Time.
Yes.
Well, I'm just saying.
Right? I'm pretty sure that Gruff would want to do that instead of
Oh yes.
plundered for treasure.
We need to, but if there are people,
Should we just walk past this place?
if there are people in need, if they're weak and infirm and vulnerable, then we need to
Yeah,
help
we can
them
do
as
that,
well.
but I just
Yes,
don't
we
think
absolutely-
treasure hunting is the priority.
We help
just
people,
now.
but if something was to open up,
Like, oops, gold fell in my pocket.
Yes.
Oh, I'm saving this person. Oh, what a
yeah.
shame.
oops, I've fallen into a treasure vault. I may as well pick it all
Yeah.
up.
I'm
may as
stuck
well.
here until we take it all out.
Yes, it's the only way. It's the only way.
Yeah.
And then we just get a little relic on the way back,
Just a couple of artifacts.
Yeah, a couple of artifacts from the Ash Hills. Bish bash bosh. We're rich.
Bish bash bosh?
Bish bash bosh.
That an Ossian
Ossian.
thing?
That's just how I do things. Bish bash bosh.
I see.
Bash, I hit things.
You bish.
I bish, I
You
bash,
bash.
and I bosh. And
And
then
you
I
bu-
bite.
And you bish bash
Bish,
bosh
bash,
bite.
bosh,
Yeah.
bite. Right.
Yeah.
The 4
B's
B's.
of Osseous.
The 4 B's of Osseous. We follow those rules strictly.
The 4 tenets of the House of Blood.
BB.
Bish bash bosh.
Everyone in like a cathedral, remember, bish. And then everyone, bish, bash.
Bite.
Blood.
So 5
Only the
B's.
House of Blood
Blood.
has those
Blood.
4 tenets.
Yes. Yeah.
House of Rot probably doesn't bite.
No.
They just smell really
Right. I'm back. So, yes. Questions, things that you wish to do.
So we wish to secure Hot Rod and the wagon in this small little gathering of trees with Percival, who is going to have a pot and pan for now, rudimentary.
Alarm system.
If he encounters anything or anything goes towards the wagon untoward, then
So
he goes nuts.
You can find like a little copse of trees that is out of range of the Ashen Rest. It's probably like a good little trek away. Like you're not going to be able to get here back super quickly. But so we have Rodri and the wagon, and you can lock the wagon and everything else.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is folding.
And then, so I understand correctly, you are giving Percival the command of if anyone or anything comes near.
Anyone, like people specifically. Like,
People specifically.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, also creatures.
Okay, creatures and people.
Any threat.
Any threat
Yeah.
that comes towards the wagon, he'll go ding, 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 ding with the pot pan.
Okay. Yeah. Any threat, make noise.
Yeah. Threat noise.
Yeah.
I feel like we should probably park it a bit closer to the citadel.
The
Well,
closer you get, there's not much cover between you and this thing. And it's about midday. You've got about half the day left.
Oh.
The wind is still blowing quite
Yeah.
quite considerably.
We did have a question as well. I guess this is Ophelia more than me, but it did come up in the conversation of wondering whether or not the call for help came because they spotted Ophelia, or
You don't think so? No, you think it was. You couldn't really hear the words, like with you rolled like a 16, right? Like
Yeah.
it was like you could hear something, and it sounded like quite a shrill voice. You couldn't make out the words, but it seemed like it was panicked in like a request for help or something, or help or please or something like that. Like maybe very hard to make out. And then the other voice was a bit more of a sort of rhythmic, chanting-esque, or perhaps sermon, or like somebody speaking in a certain way.
well, I think you misheard it. They were calling for kelp and cheese.
Oh, kelp and cheese.
They're just really hungry.
The
The cauldron special.
Hungry.
Yeah, and to give a visual distinction, Ophelia, you got close enough. If you want to throw up the map, we can show this off now. You didn't see like all the interiors of the buildings, but in terms of the layout, like I said, this central area, there is the gatehouse. There are a couple of like side buildings. One looked to be a little bit more intact, like maybe the bottom level was still a functional building, and a tower, like a half-broken, crumbled tower in the middle. A smaller tower to the side, and then like you could maybe see a little bit of like smoke, maybe from like a campfire.
Okay.
A little tiny garden of trees, like but not too much in the midpoint.
Interesting. So sorry. How far away is the copse of trees that we are currently?
Where you're going to hide from, it's a far enough distance away that if you hear Percival coming, you flee, it will take you like several rounds to get there.
Okay.
Because you need to like keep it hidden away that it's not going to be exposed to these guys.
Yeah. I was just wondering like how we approach the place.
Yeah.
Because I guess it's quite open between here and there. Or...
It's very open between here and there. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so how do we approach this? We want to be careful, but we want to be quick just to
I'm
make
gonna
sure we do
say
actually.
It is about 3 p.m. currently.
Okay.
I mean,
there's obviously the main open gate there. Probably, obviously massively in disrepair, but obviously we could just head right through that.
we could play whoopsie, travelers on the road, didn't mean to walk in, hi, how are you, kind of thing. Just play it, like we're just on the road, like, because we are.
We are
on the road.
exactly that. It's not even a whoopsie.
No, it's just we're on the road,
here to
hello,
rest.
hi. Yes, we need to rest, how are you?
However, pretend you're a bandit.
Yes.
Whoopsie, traveler on the road with a wagon over there, just here to rest. What do you do?
How are you?
No, you're a bandit.
Oh, sorry. Well, what do bandits do? What are they like?
They
They're
kill
like-
people.
Oh, I see.
They steal their stuff and kill
they're like the
people.
crossbow people in the
Yes,
in
yes,
the sewers.
yes, exactly,
So I'd be
that
like,
kind of thing.
oh, give me
Yeah,
your
so-
things.
Right.
We might need the element of surprise so that they don't use this. If there is a hostage situation, which we hope there's not, there's someone saying help and there's some other voices.
Yeah, chanting and the.
If we just waltz on in, the bandits would be like, "Whoa, stop there! Otherwise, we'll."
Sorry, I just got a text from
We'll
Kim
crossbow.
saying, "Have you killed Rodri?"
Sorry, wait, what's this?
So she said, "Have they?"
that a
killed
crossbow?
Rodri?
That's
a
She assumed it
crossbow.
wasn't me.
How do you call a crossbow to a hostage?
That's Montaigne from Rainbow Six.
Yeah.
Siege weapon.
Yeah.
Okay, so not through the front gate, but we want to go in quietly but quickly.
I think we should maybe, whoever's the stealthiest of us, scout ahead and do a recce.
What do you think, Daisy?
Wait,
Oh,
I can.
Ophelia's got a thing.
What are you thinking?
I have the perfect thing if we want to scout ahead.
What is it?
Is this something you've got hidden in your bag again?
Oh God!
No, I forgot.
That does sound like you.
Very like me. Okay, I know a magic trick. Ready?
Okay.
Ready?
Well, hang on, before you... Okay, go ahead.
Is it going to be loud?
No, this is amazing. Close your eyes. Everybody, close your
my eyes?
Closing my eyes.
Close
Really?
your eyes.
I'm closing my
Right,
eyes, but I'm also
closing my
protecting
eyes.
my neck.
Okay.
Just open our eyes, just on Xanthias.
This whole time.
Ophelia will cast
Long play.
Creeping Touch.
Creeping touch.
What does creeping
that?
touch do, Rhiannon?
Okay, I'm gonna hold my hands behind my back. You ready?
What's gonna happen?
Open your eyes. Open your eyes.
Okay.
Things are much the same as when I closed them, but go ahead.
Look at this.
What is it?
It's Ophelia's detached hand in her other hand.
And it's like the thing. It's like stood up.
Are you okay?
It like does
I'm
this.
perfectly fine.
It like waves.
What do you... Why have you done this?
Whose hand is that?
Why did you do this?
Oh, God!
Rowan passes out.
How loud is this?
The
Yeah, Daisy screamed. She's not. She's
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
struggling anyway.
where the
It's like,
hand has been
Oh, that's quite unfortunate. That is.
where the hand has been detached, it's not like spitting blood or anything, right?
Is there a bone in top?
I don't know. Is there?
I imagine it's quite clean. Like it's
quite-
quite
it's just like a
clean, dry-
slice, yeah.
But is it just like a dead
dry
sort-
slice.
Okay, so not pissing out blood.
No.
basically. Okay.
No, but you do see like the interior of the arm,
Yeah.
like the bone and the muscle, and this like it's like
Ophelia,
a,
that is.
like a.
Why have you done this to yourself? What is this to solve?
I can use it to see with.
Put it away.
It doesn't have. Ophelia, you've just chopped your hand off.
No. It's when I came back from the Grave Father, the Grey
Stop
Land.
waving it around.
This is one of the abilities I gained.
That's an ability. It's magic.
Give it
Yes.
back.
I can put it back if you want, but I can
No,
also
give the entire ability back to him. Tell him that you want
Yes.
to return it.
wonderful. I can use it, and it can scout ahead. It can have a little look around
I
and
do
be all
not-
sneaky.
I don't want to watch it.
Wait, you can
move.
see through this thing?
Yes,
It doesn't have eye.
it doesn't need to have
Is
eyes.
it your gauntlets hand or the other one?
No, it's the other one.
That's like
one with the
scuttling
red
metal.
stick.
It's like the thing from the Addams Family.
Yeah.
Like, like if you wanted to feel it, it can like crawl up your arm and
Yeah,
sit on
yeah,
your
yeah.
shoulder
Like
or
sit
sit
on
up
my
on your
head.
head.
Oh, it does actually move around. Look at that go.
I don't
Look
like
at it
it.
go,
Look
Ophelia. Look at that thing go. Oh,
It does like
is
the
just
spring
spectacular.
jump.
This is just a shocking development that I'm so happy we've all got here. This is wonderful,
My
Ophelia.
hands feel wrong. Do your hands feel wrong?
I don't want to look at mine or even at you. I'd like to go home.
I want to go home too.
But think of the potential.
I'm struggling.
It can scout ahead for us. We can get it to look around and be all sneaky and creepy,
guess.
and it can walk around and we can see if it's safe.
You mean that it can go far from us?
Yes.
Send it far
Send
from
it,
us.
send it.
It can say, okay, I'll send
Just
it.
yeah. Get it.
So can you just read out the full spell for me, Ophelia? I know it's
Attach
quite a
my
long
hand
one.
at the wrist, transforming it into a spider. While the spider is within 100 feet of you, you can communicate with it telepathically. Additionally, as an action, you can see through its eyes and hear what it hears until the
See
start of
through
your
its
next
eyes.
turn.
Turns into a
During its
spider.
turn,
So for the purposes, is technically it would normally turn into a spider, but we flavoured it is that it's just a hand.
it's just a hand.
It's the-
okay.
It's thing from the Addams Family.
So, from that flavouring, do you have literally one less hand for the duration of the
Yes.
spell as well? Okay.
Well, that's not even in the flavouring. That is like you detach your hand
Yeah.
and it
Oh, and
becomes
that
a
turns
spider.
into- oh,
Does
okay.
it say what happens if the hand is killed?
Yeah, if the hand is killed, I take 1d6 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
Do you then
and then your hand
just
pops
not have
back
a
in.
hand? Oh, does it pop back?
Spider killed or prevented from returning. Your hand is restored.
Yeah.
So if it's killed, yeah, my hand comes back.
Okay.
So it's kind of.
But otherwise, it appears. So, for the purposes of this, it does look like Ophelia's hand. It's
Yeah.
not a spider.
No.
Doesn't travel.
But it can travel, like so it can climb up stuff and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it can go, like, how far does it say how far it can go?
100 feet.
100 feet, okay. So you will need to
we
get
could
closer
follow it,
yourself,
potentially.
but you could then send it in once you get closer.
Yeah.
But you will need to get a bit closer.
I mean,
What do you think?
I think somehow this is the best idea so far.
Yes!
I'm gonna close my eyes now.
But yes, please send it.
Do your
forward.
thing, Ophelia.
Whatever you need to do. If you need us to follow you, just say the word.
Okay.
This is you now. This is all you.
I'll send the hand out about 100 feet ahead of us, and
That's-
then we'll follow it in, and it'll make sure the area is.
I don't know how to explain it, but everything inside me has turned upside down.
Just don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it.
So you are going to have to get within 100 feet. This is fairly open terrain. There's not a lot of like places to cover and things like that. So if you want to get closer, what is the plan of getting closer to this thing? There is like, you can position yourself so that there are like the ruins buildings and stuff are like, you know, you're coming up on like one of these walled sides and things like that if you wanted to. But in terms of like, there's nothing like, you know, you're not creeping along like underneath bushes or anything like that to hide in. There are probably like little bits of shrubland and, you know, scrubland and long grasses and stuff that you can try and hide in, but it is going to be a stealth check from anybody who wants to try and get closer.
Okay, Ophelia, just send the hand forward. If you can hear anything through that, then let us know and we can head back or rush forward or whatever.
We have 10 minutes.
Okay,
That's a long time, isn't
that's
it?
a really long time.
To have a detached hand.
Yeah. God,
Okay,
it
well,
must hurt
just-
so much.
Stay quiet and just follow us, okay?
Does
Okay.
it feel
Or me.
weird?
No, just I feel like
Do you have
anything.
feeling in your hand, but
can-
elsewhere?
I can feel the grass. I can feel what it's touching over
That's
there.
kind of cool, actually.
It's really cool. Look, it's going through a puddle. It's all wet and weird.
It's wet! Oh, it's so gross.
You very quickly lose sight of the hand because for the rest of you, like it's down in like these like the grasses, so it's like moving through because it is, you know, just a single hand, so it's moving
I mean, if
through.
we look carefully enough, we can see the hand just having a jumping little dance in the puddle.
Yes, Ram.
To aid us in us getting closer,
Yeah.
Yep.
I would like to create a silent image that's 15 foot of an alpha wolf that we hide behind.
wait.
Are you going to do a creed or something?
Yeah.
Just make that.
To hide us,
I've created
they now
another-
be scared.
Well,
of a
you can
wolf.
create a 15-foot cube, right?
Yes.
So you'd be creating the illusion of the space between its legs and things like that as well. So you
It's
can.
like a mirror.
So well,
cool,
there's
yeah.
or you could hide inside the illusion because it's a 15-foot
Trojan
cube,
horse.
Trojan wolf.
Yeah.
And you can move the illusion, can't you?
Yes, I can,
What's
yeah.
the duration?
And make it look natural. It lasts 10 minutes as well.
Okay.
So once the hand's done a little scout,
If Rowan's doing that, then if you can all make stealth checks for me, make them with advantage.
Okay.
And also, obviously like it will only be audio. Like if everyone fluffs
it's
this,
completely silent.
then you'll just draw attention, but they're just gonna see an alpha wolf.
Yeah, we're walking over like dead grass and.
I'm gonna do this as a
puddles and
group
stuff.
stealth.
Oh
by
my
the
god,
way,
my
as well.
rolls are absolute garbage today.
22 from Daisy. That might help cover some of your companions.
Natural 20.
Natural 20 from Rowan.
Unnatural 20.
12 for
Unnatural.
me.
That is,
Oh, wow,
as a group
okay.
check though, even though
That's the
Ophelia,
best we've ever done ever.
Ophelia's maybe stumbling because you've got one missing hand and your senses are all confused by trying, because you have to go blind and deaf, right?
Yes.
So you're having to be sort of carried along as you're sending out the spider hand.
Yep.
What happens to your eyes? Does anything happen? Do they roll into the back of your head?
White, pure white.
Yeah.
So Gruff is probably. I'll make a check for Gruff as well. Gruff did not. Oh no, 20, natural 20. Not natural 20, unnatural 20.
Yeah.
So between all of you, Gruff is probably helping Ophelia, like he's carrying you along, Ophelia, like kind of has you by the arm so that you can follow him. But you are making more noise just because you are unaware of your senses. But the rest of you, using Rowan's illusion, actually manage to stay fairly hidden. And more importantly, you also don't draw attention to the illusion itself. Like you don't make too much noise, and you make your way closer.
Oh, be
The
suspicious.
Tiny hand.
Tiny hand, tiny hand.
The tiny spider hand seems to go unnoticed initially. Whereabouts would you like the hand to go to?
Where were we approaching from?
Well, that's up to you guys
Okay.
as well. Like,
I wonder if we approach from this
Southeast, or
So you like go round and then
So we'd be towards like the
smaller
makeshift
town.
campsite sort of
Okay.
thing there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, we'll go in there. So I guess
It comes in from like
comes in from there, scouts around the back wall.
Right. So immediately, the tiny hand. We won't put it on the map just yet. The tiny hand would pick up that there are numerous figures moving around this ruin. The thing scurries along, crawling up the wall, hooks itself on the thing, jumps from one limb to another. Very Addams Family, if you remember the opening sequence. You seeing through the hand's senses, you can see that there are a few figures sat around the camp itself. They look to be sort of checking over supplies, checking weapons, going about routine behaviors. And one of them, who seems to be a little bit more senior, is also talking to them, and you hear that. These figures all appear to be humanoids. There are humans, there are some dwarves, there are some halflings, the type of typical tieflings, typical people of Altheya. But they are dressed in soot-stained, like ash-stained clothing. So their clothing has been like darkened with ash. They have like their faces, they've drawn like lines of ash across their eyes. Some of them have marked lines down their chin. Some of them draw almost vein-like patterns over their flesh and skin and their arms in like this dark ashen paint. And they wear quite militaristic like outfits, like tabards and chainmail and things like that. They look like warriors. Their tabards have a very odd symbol, which appears to be a jagged piece of blackened metal with red and gold. And it is a grasping draconic claw reaching and grasping it.
Is that fucking so?
Their tabards are tattered. They look quite worn. Many of them wear helms as well that hide their faces, but the ones that don't have these like ash marks and these kind of tattoos. And now looking, because you've seen Xanthias's hand, the way they've used the ash and they've used their own skin colors underneath, or they've basically tried to replicate that look of the sort of corrupted flesh. They're trying to replicate that through the ash painting.
We should probably not
I'm about to make him a name for myself here.
They are speaking amongst each other, and you overhear catches of this conversation. Oh, we are truly blessed, brothers and sisters. Can you believe it? Not one vessel, but two. Oh, truly. The prophecy is coming to an end. Yes, yes. Soon it will be done. Yes, and they're kind of like muttering to themselves, and they seem very pleased with themselves. The hand scurries past a little bit further, and you manage to glimpse around the corner and see what appears to be a sort of makeshift prison, a jail, just big enough for two creatures. But these creatures immediately strike you, because as Ophelia, you have never seen creatures like this before. The first, which immediately draws your eye, is a very tall, hulking-looking figure made of wood. They are vaguely humanoid, but it's very hollow, and their limbs are too long, and they don't have a face. They're not a human. They have like just a piece of wood with glowing eyes. Their hair is the actual tendrils, almost like a dryad or a treant, but in a sort of smaller form, made of wood. They wear not clothing, but they've draped like plants and ivy, almost like a toga-like pattern, and then they have a skirt of these vines and leaves. And they look to be very injured. You can see sap is pouring from the thing, and they're sort of hunched up against the prison walls, and they look very in a bad way. You've never seen a creature like this before. It seems to be some sort of, sentient plant. The creature beside it is also very alien to you. You almost mistake it for a halfling at first, but you can see green skin and these large, big ears to the side. Very not childlike, but there is something very unusual or like fae-like or childlike about them. Big eyes, very sweet little face. She is wearing a big hat, almost like a kind of like wizard's hat, but it has like thistles and holly and all sorts of things stuck into the brim around her. And she's dressed in leathers and scraps of fur. And this goblin, which is not a creature that is familiar in Altheya or Osseous, is tending to the plant-like being, and she's like, "Hey, come on, you're gonna be okay. Like, please, you promised our lady that it'd be all right. Please, you have to let him go. He's hurt. He needs help." And you can see the other figures are just ignoring these two, and you recognize that this is the shrill voice that you heard calling out for help. As this little goblin lady is sort of like, please, just like calling out to these figures. The hand would probably sense other movement, but right now that's what you immediately see. Okay. And that is where we're going to take our break.
Oh my god, I am so much more invested in this place than I thought I'd be. This is cool as hell.
Not what I expected.
Yeah.
So we are going to leave it there. We're going to take our break, and when we come back, we'll talk about what you want to do. Are you going to try and help these prisoners who seem to be in a bad way? Do you want to learn more about these strange figures? Is there something here that might be a clue to Sir Eldrak's location, or is there more to this place than meets the eye? We'll find out in part 2.
Holy
Wink.
crap. What? No, we will.
Part 2.
Wink.
Wink.
But no, we will.
Welcome to part 2, everybody, of Altheya, the Dragon Empire. Our heroes have been traveling into the Ash Hills in pursuit of Sir Eldrak Ignis, a knight of the realm of Kuldra. They have fought against some beasts on their journey, having encountered them on the road, but they have now come across the Ashen Citadel, an old ruin from a battle during the Oriat insurrection. And having made their way there, and with Ophelia revealing a lovely new spell, have begun to investigate the ruin, with Ophelia sending out her severed hand as a scout to investigate what is within the remnants of the Citadel's ruins.
Nice.
And that is where we are today. You overheard some strangely garbed figures with bizarre and quite ominous tattoos and paint markings on their bodies. You have witnessed that they have some prisoners. 2 strange creatures that Ophelia is not familiar with. Some sort of sentient plant-like humanoid, who seems to be in a rather bad condition, as well as a small green-skinned woman with sort of over-the-top fae-like or childlike features, big ears, wearing a sort of very natural-themed outfit. Lots of green in the outfit, a few emeralds and things like that tucked away in jewelry, a pair of sort of thigh-high leather boots around quite a stocky figure, and that's what you see before you. I have placed upon the mini-map some representations of the figures.
Okay.
The ones that Ophelia's hand has or could see from its current location.
Right.
So there are...
Is Ophelia able to communicate while controlling the hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
She can come back out of it. It's like a familiar. Like when you send your senses out in a familiar, she is currently blind and deaf, I believe, but she can, as an action, jump between the two and communicate. I have placed, there are several of these ashen-marked cultists, we'll call them for now. There are a couple who are patrolling on some high vantage points, the tower in the middle. Ophelia's hand can see that there is one walking up on the remnants of the battlements. There is one overlooking where the prisoners currently are, as well as one in the gatehouse, and then there are 3 currently around the campfire as well.
Okay. And sorry, what was the sigil they had again?
It is a piece of very familiar-looking metal.
Yes.
With a draconic claw grasped around it.
Okay. Yeah, I think when Ophelia sort of mentions that, I guess I will try in some way to see.
Well, let's find out if Ophelia does.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, because Ophelia's the only one who's seen all of this so far.
Yeah, I think after seeing the prisoners in the cage, everything that's going on, Ophelia will come out of her form.
What's it like in there? Is it bad? Do we need to be? How quiet do we need to be?
sorry, stage whisper. There are two strange figures in a cage.
Like monsters, or
One looks kind of like a tree person.
oh,
I've no idea. I've never seen this before. And then another one is a little green fellow with a big hat.
wait, in cages?
In a cage, yes. And I think the tree fellow looks hurt, and the other one is sort of trying to look after it. But I think that was the one that was calling for help. The little.
Oh,
green
those are
fellow.
the ones. I thought they might have been caged for everyone else's safety, but sure.
And then by the camp over there, there's these. This is also very strange. There's these cultists. I think they're I'm not sure if they're cultists. They have these grey robes on with grey paint across their eyes, and they have a symbol that looks like crown steel. It's a dragon claw holding crown steel. I think it's like
a shard.
black, like when you cast your fire and it's black and red and gold. It's like that.
That's not good. That's not good at all.
I'm wondering, is this Dame Cassandra? This wouldn't be like the Awoken that she mentioned, or that was the Proto Magi, I think, wasn't it? The Awoken. I'm trying to remember.
I don't know, Gruff. What do you think?
Oh, that's all I don't know. I don't tend to pay attention to these things, I've got to say, boyo. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm afraid it's all news to me. I'm a bit distracted. I'm worried about Rodri, you see.
Okay.
She is. I text her. It's fine.
But the cultist was saying something about vessels, like 2 vessels.
What do they intend to do with
There's some
vessels?
kind of culty.
From what I know, vessels. That sounds doesn't it sound sacrificial? Wouldn't you say vessels?
Well, I mean, if they're using crown steel or worshipping in it some way, maybe they're trying to create. I don't know. Maybe trying to infuse things with crown steel. Either way, it might mean they have some.
Or they just want some, and you're about to walk in and be like, "Hey, lots of it."
If they worship it. I mean, anyway, I'm not going to try that. But is there some way? I was told that I'd have some way of sensing, not necessarily sensing, but I want to try to find a way to almost like tell if there is crown steel in the area or something. Worst case, can I use fate to do that?
I will allow you to spend a fate point to try.
Sure, I'll give it a go. Maybe I can generate some kind of compass.
There it goes.
I realise I'm spending our last fate, but
An Arcana check, please.
Arcana check.
Just going into a giant cultist.
Does he get the fate dice for it?
No.
Arcana check, sure.
Oh, it's a fate to try and attempt to do so. As this is not, he does not have any such spell that allows him to do so, and Arcana does not normally work this way, but I will allow it as a devil's bargain.
Sure, okay. I was going to ask if I can enhance it, but that doesn't make any sense. That is a 14.
14. You are close but not successful, so I will say this.
Okay.
You think you can, you're not sure, but there is something familiar. You don't know where in this camp, but there is something in this region, almost like a whisper calling to you. Xanthias.
Is it so subtle that Xanthias himself doesn't even recognize it, or like...
I have said all I can. But there is something within this area, within this ruin. Something calls to you as you focus on the crown steel itself, almost reaching out,
Yeah, I guess
putting senses to it.
for everyone else, I don't necessarily go absent as such, but like the conversation continues and I kind of go a little bit distant as if absorbed within myself while you guys carry on, I guess.
What do you think, Xanthias?
Okay, I brought back in. I mean, I can't say for sure. There's an unease, but I can't say if it's just the ruins themselves or if it's the crown steel reacting to it, or I'm not sure. But it stands to reason if these are cultists worshipping this, then it's likely they have some, or are looking for some. And a citadel this close to the Ash Hills?
People holding prisoners in a ruin like this is not official business. It doesn't seem right.
No, and I mean, if they're looking for vessels...
Just trying to see if it's worth us going in diplomatically rather than...
I don't think they're gonna listen to diplomatic thinking.
No, which we should be quick to defend those in the...
the ones in the cages, Ophelia, do they look like... I mean, you say they're not necessarily from around here. We've never seen anything like them before. Is there any indication? Are they travelers? Are they treasure hunters? Are they artisans, traders? Is there any indication of why they might be here just from looking at them?
You can pop back into spider senses if you want to get a better look at them.
Another look. Eyes roll back.
Oh, there she
Yes.
goes.
Yeah, do you want to send the hand closer to the prison?
Yeah, I'll just get it to have a little look.
Let's put a little D4 down just to represent the old hand.
Go, little hand, go.
It's a D4.
Yeah. So the hand is currently over here on this corner. How close do you want it to get? It can see fine from its current location.
Okay, well, yeah, you can go a little bit closer, maybe 5-10 feet closer.
As you move the hand closer, can you make a stealth check for the spider for me, please?
So you're now...
That is a +4, and I will give you advantage because it's quite natural for it to be.
This is like 5 feet away from the bars, right? Yeah.
17 was my highest.
17. All right. That'll be for those guys. That'll be for that guy. That is
Where is
one
the
for
cage? With the
cage is here.
Oh, right where I couldn't see.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
unfortunately.
beyond
it's-
that building
Right
in front of
behind
you
my
there.
There's the nature of it. You will have to rely on each other to
No,
point out.
that's
where things
fine.
are.
Now that I've spotted it, it's fine.
The hand scurries closer. The people around the, not lit campfire, it's the middle of the day, they've not got the campfire lit, it's late afternoon, but they're packing their things. They don't notice the hand. The guard up on the tower does not seem, just turns away at the wrong moment and just doesn't notice it. But the little woman, the green-skinned woman in the cage, does seem to notice it. And there is a sort of, as she sees this hand, she sort of panics. But you get a close look.
Okay.
You can see that, this sentient tree creature, you do notice it has like this kind of toga of like moss and leaves and then this skirt of vines, but you can see that almost looks like a part of it. There is a bow that seems to be, no arrows, you can't see any arrows, but there's a bow strapped around its chest as well. And it does have pouches on like a simple leather cord, like hanging off of a belt. The little green-skinned woman, the goblin woman, she is dressed, like a traveler, but quite a wealthy traveler. Like I said, there are like little pieces of jewelry, emeralds specifically, or pieces of jade, green gemstones. And she has one of her emblems, which is like attached, she's got like a little capelet, not like a full cloak, but like a little capelet. And you've got very strong nature themes from her. Like there's like twigs and holly and little leaves and thistles stuck into her hat. And from her hat is hanging like little charms, like bone charms or little pieces of rocks and geodes. And you can see that there is a symbol which appears to be a dragon's head with green eyes, little checked greenstone eyes, and it's hanging off of a little small chain as part of her capelet. And like I said, she's kind of got very natural-looking fibers. She doesn't seem to be like a merchant or anything like that, but her clothing is well suited for traveling, for sure.
Okay. Can Ophelia just like command the hand to do like a little wave and then like a thumbs up?
So it kind of hops onto its thing.
Waves.
Like the Terminator, just you see, like, kind of still sensing the little goblin woman is sort of like gestured away from it and sort of like almost starts again when it like waves and thumbs, and she like looks around. Hello? Hi?
Hand waves.
Oh,
Is she like a motioning like it's like a shush?
one what?
I'll get the hand to scurry away.
Yeah, you scurry the hand away as this guard up on the top and the one that's overlooking the prison. Oh, what are you talking about? Be silent. We did not make a pact. Not if you cause trouble, perhaps we will negotiate on our agreement with your mistress. And the woman's just like, but there was. But could you please? And she turns around. Please, could you get some help for my friend here? I gotta remember her voice. My friend, he's really hurting. I can't help him without my spell components. Please, that's all I want them for. I won't try and escape. You will have no such thing, prisoner.
Is this something we can all hear just from where we are?
Ophelia.
Okay.
You guys are 100 feet away.
Ah, of course, yeah.
Remember, you're 100 feet away. This is all coming through Ophelia's scouting.
Ophelia's eyes roll back. Okay. They look like travellers. From what I can gather.
Okay.
They have the little green fellow has a green emblem of a green dragon on them. Wasn't there something about a green dragon in this area?
Oh, yes. Yeah, they're trying to restore the land.
That's right. I think it was a green dragon was sent, and yes,
That could be part of the party.
trying to help
Part
our
of
hand.
Well, if they are travellers from that province, I guess, then
Could it be like a gnome or something, like this little figure? Is it a gnome or a
They're about the size of a gnome, but they've got green skin.
green skin? That's strange.
but that means they could help us fight. Maybe? Do you think they're capable?
I mean, one of them was talking about spell components, so I think, and the other one has a bow without any arrows on them or anything. So I think they could be capable.
We just need to get them out,
need
get
to
the
get
spell
them out.
components, and they can
Yes.
help us out.
But that one's injured, right?
The tree is injured, yes.
Okay, if maybe regular spells might work against them, but or on them. Okay, and what about the cultists? Well, do they look like they're going to harm the?
They look like warriors, from what I can gather. They look like they can fight.
Okay, so we're going to help them, right? Yes.
I think that would be the wise. Yes, I mean, if anything, it gives us a good fit in with the Green Dragon province. If we've
Yes.
rescued.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, and if they're servants of a green dragon, then as a knight, I think it's my duty to try and help them, especially if one's hurt.
That's right. We go in.
Maybe try to use your thing to try to find the spell components, and we can maybe start heading towards the Citadel.
Sounds like a plan. Okay.
All right, so it won't take you long. It'll only take you like a few seconds to get close enough. But is the plan you're just going to boldly walk up and just enter the camp? Are you going to try and sneak up as best you can? Like, what's the plan here?
So this wall separating the edge of the map and the campsite.
Broken wall.
Yes. Like, how tall is that? Really?
Not that tall. It's about as tall as it looks on there. There's sections of it which are like maybe 3 foot. One part of the middle is maybe like close to 5-6 foot. Maybe like the tallest part is just up to Rowan's like shoulders. Like Rowan's gonna be a head above.
Right,
most
yeah,
of
yeah,
this, yeah. But you could you could army crawl it. You could like crouch and sneak your way up. Absolutely.
We're still a wolf.
Yeah, for a few more. Yeah, you've got like
As long as the hand exists.
Yeah. I'd say you've got like 5 minutes left on the hand and the illusion.
I mean, we could either use the illusion to get closer to the place. This is Tom talking. Or we can use the rest of the time to have the hand continue to scout around to look for the spell components so we have a better idea of where to actually approach from.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Right. We head to that wall to our right.
Yes, the
We
one at the
hide
very, very
behind
back
the
wall.
taller wall, and I let my silent image distract them in a different direction.
And then we run
And
towards
then
the cages.
we sneak towards the cages, yes.
We could do that. We could try that. Yeah. Okay. So we just need
sounds
to cycle around to the right,
We've only got 5 minutes left with Wolf, so we should make a move now.
but quietly, right?
It's completely silent.
Great. Completely silent.
All right. Then if the group of you who are moving up, I need a group stealth check for you guys approaching the wall.
We still have advantage because of Rowan's.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yep. Like I said, if it does get seen, the wolf is going to have its own, like, you know, they're going to react to it like it is a wolf, a giant, big, scary wolf.
I got a 4 with advantage.
I got a 4
wow.
with advantage.
Oh,
I rolled a 2 and a 3.
2 failures.
24.
Yeah.
That's a success from Daisy.
15.
That's a success from Ophelia.
Oh, so it's all down to
Comes
Gruff.
down to Daddy Gruff.
With advantage.
Come on,
With
Gruff.
advantage.
Ooh!
A 17 plus 1, 18. Yeah, so the 18, a natural 1, so thanks to the illusion. Now, what I will say is because you succeed with it's a close success, as you reach it, you're all going to get out of sight, but I'm going to say that they're going to spot the wolf at the last moment.
Okay.
But they're not going to know it's you guys. They're going to see exactly what the illusion is. So maybe as we get close, it is Rowan, you're like focusing, and you're having to like sostenuto is like where you cast spells from, right? So you're like not playing a chord, you're like holding the chords down and silently having to like create this illusion. You just stumble and you bump into the wall, knocks like a loose stone out, and that draws the attention of the closest group. Not everybody, but just that group of 3. They are going to see the illusion of the wolf. But you all manage to sneak round and you get onto this other side of the wall, this larger, stronger, thick stone wall. Whilst you are doing that, what was the hand? Is the hand doing anything, or are you leaving it where it is?
I think looking around for the spell components.
Where exactly? Keep in mind, you only have a few rounds, so your movement is kind of limited to this area.
Can I maybe head towards perhaps the central tower in the middle?
Yeah.
See if it's being
Oh, with
held in
the
there.
archer on top.
Yeah.
Yep. So it kind of scurries round and heads inside. Inside this ruined tower, you don't see any kind of supplies or signs of any kind of spell components or anything like that. There is a large wooden staff, not super tall, probably big enough for a small creature, like a quarterstaff. It's intricately carved with strange-looking symbols. It has things attached to it by like leather hooks and belts. Some of them are quite cutesy. There's like a little sort of like felt bunny that's been attached to it.
Heart and a star.
Yeah, there's like little things like that, like little trinkets and stuff like that. There is also another sort of leather, very roughly made leather knapsack, and also a quiver of arrows here. And it looks like this might be some of the materials,
shit, what-
but you don't see anything that looks like spell components or anything like that.
Okay.
Not here, anyway. Likewise, you don't see any other, like, bags or papers or satchels or anything like that. It looks to be just some weapons. There is a ladder that goes up, and you can see that this guard is patrolling around up at the top. The 3 sort of elevated scouts, by the way, they have chainmail and they have swords, but they also have crossbows.
Okay.
These 3, down by the campsite, immediately catch sight of a large fake wolf here. These are the ones all with chainmail, swords, shields, maces, that sort of thing. And they immediately are like, brothers, sisters, a beast, as they call out to it, and they are going to react. What does the wolf do?
I'm going to make it snarl
Okay.
and then kind of pivot away from us, but like keeping its eyes trained on them.
Okay.
So it's like it's moving away from us.
So down towards the southern end of the map. Okay. But it's prowling and sort of threatening.
Yeah, and it's well, it
All
can't
right.
growl,
Sorry,
but it's
yeah.
snarl.
Yeah, it's like looking intensely at them.
Yeah.
With that, then these 3, they would, the nature of these beings, they would say like, the beast, there is crown still in its blood for the Reclaimers, brothers. And then they will charge it.
The Reclaimers. I know that band.
Yeah. God, they're going to chase this thing for 500 miles.
So, well, they are going to charge towards it. They basically going to take an initiative. At this point, let's roll initiative for the group, because obviously Rowan can make the illusion do stuff on his turn.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're doing
I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves here, but we're fucking doing it.
No. Fucking, you just cursed it.
No,
That's it.
we're doing it, guys.
No,
I just got that one.
Yeah.
We-
That's right, it's initiative, don't worry.
It's initiative.
Yeah, but
That's
we want to
true.
have the jump on that.
True.
You've
Well,
got it out of the system now.
That's true.
I
It's all
feel
net
like
20
if we
from
jump
Damn
out,
it,
we're going to have a
Cat.
surprise round.
So these are...
I would.
And even then, it's the illusion that's going that way. Oh, we don't want them to recognise it's a silent image.
What
though.
did you get?
They will immediately.
I got a 14.
What did you
So
get?
that's not too
15.
bad. Yeah. What have you got?
16.
Okay.
Nice.
Gruffith?
Hasn't rolled yet. Mark is making a table of boys.
let's do all of your initiative, then I'll roll mine. Daisy,
16.
16. Xanthias.
14.
Rowan.
2.
Ophelia.
15.
15. Gruffith, I believe, has a +1.
Okay.
3.
Okay. Well, yeah. Not too bad.
Faster than me.
That's true.
And then my Reclaimer acolytes. They are at 18.
He's confident. He's rolling out in the open.
Oh, shit. They're all beating us then.
18.
Scouts.
So the 3 reclaimers will go 18.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Spicy
Are
boys.
do they count as a minion group?
We don't know yet.
You don't know?
Don't feel like they do.
Ophelia, what is your dexterity?
It is a +2.
All right. The scouts are going to go before you. They have the same initiative, but they're quicker.
Okay.
And then finally, one more figure.
Yeah, that's the thing. We can see 5 on the board right now. Is there 5? But there's probably more like in the other end of the other end of the citadel, which we are nowhere near.
So, these acolytes, these 3 acolytes, the Reclaimer acolytes, they rush towards the illusion and begin swinging weapons. There's no hesitation or fear. These things do not look frightened at all by this beast. The 3 of them together charge in. They swing their weapons. Obviously, it passes through. It's an illusion. So I'm going to basically have them make an investigation check to
Can the
figure out
illusion
what's going on.
not dodge? Like, do they not have to beat an AC for it to dodge? Or
It would be my action to move it.
To move.
right? Okay.
So I assume that would also be the enemy.
He doesn't have fight. Like, you could hold an action to be like, if they attack it, I'm going to have it pull away.
Right.
But we didn't have that. So
yeah. No. It's fair enough.
It's but no, it only does what Rowan tells it to do.
Yeah.
So if he was having it
Physical
move,
interaction with the image reveals it to be an illusion.
there you go. So the 3 of them, but it does. The 3 of them are immediately drawn away as they run up to it. Brothers, some sort of illusion. Something is nearby. And they immediately are going to basically, if this was Metal Gear, they're now in yellow alert, right? These guys are like, something is up. So I'm going to have them basically using their passive perception. So what this is going to mean is you guys, any movement, you need to make a stealth check,
Okay.
right? I will then
Yeah.
oppose it because everybody's in active mode. You guys, if you get detected, they will spot you. If you are separate from the rest of the group, you don't reveal the rest of the group.
Nice.
If you are stood with everyone and they spot you, they will see whoever is there, whoever is not
Cool.
hidden, basically.
All right.
All right?
Love it.
Oh, this is so
So-
cool. In that case, where I know it's probably what's their cone of vision? Like, where are the guy at the top of the tower, the scout by the prison? Like, where are they looking right now?
Yeah, I mean, like, cone of vision is not a thing, but
I
it
know,
would be a
but
thing. So I would say that, like, as they hear their brethren, they are all looking in the direction
Okay.
of,
Famous
and there is also, I'm going to put him up here, but he is technically down here. He's kind of peering around the edge. There is another one here. They are now all looking in this direction. When these guys shout that it's an illusion, they immediately are going to start moving around. They are now in high alert mode. Yeah, so that is going to be their turn. They attacked, they shouted that it's an illusion, that's it, that's their turn. We then go to Daisy. It's Daisy, Ophelia, Xanthias. Oh, no, sorry. Daisy, Ophelia. Oh, no, sorry. Daisy, bad guys, Ophelia, Xanthias.
So this wall here, I'm kind of tucked behind a wall right now.
Yep.
Is that area you can get up there? That,
This one?
The broken wall
This
there?
bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it would be, so this wall is about 10 feet high, so you'd have to climb up of it.
Okay.
But you could try and get up onto this, like, ruined building here if you wanted to. But it would be an attempt to climb, so it'd be like an athletics check or something, unless you have some special ability.
I'm gonna try and do that. I'm gonna go behind the wall so
Okay.
I'm not going straight towards
I won't have you make a stealth check then because there's no way that anybody can detect you from where you are. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then to climb up would be another movement. So you could use bonus
dash.
action dash, yeah.
I will do that.
Okay, I'm going to need an athletics check.
You have no fate.
Yeah, we do.
I will spend some. I'm going to be using it on ability check, so I'm going to add this to like perception check rolls and stuff. Because they're now on high alert.
Athletics.
This is all good.
Athletics to
like
climb,
this.
yeah.
It's pretty good.
Not very good. No.
Oh, you don't know. 6. Yeah, unfortunately, the DC's not crazy because it is quite a loose, rough
I have
wall.
acrobatics not.
Yeah, you are not built for physical strength, and like you just like there's no, it's hard to find the footholds. There's no rope. This is pretty difficult for you to just bare climb, and you scrabble and scrabble and aren't able to make any purchase. You do still have an action left.
Can I just hold an action to if someone threatens any of the group. If they spot the group and they threaten them, can I throw a knife if they're in range of me?
And you've got line of sight, because right now you can't see anything
if
else.
it's
Yeah.
possible,
Yeah.
I would like to ready an action to do that.
Absolutely.
If it...
So for people watching, Daisy is hidden
I'm
back
behind.
in the map.
Sorry.
So no, that's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
You'll pop up at some point. All right. So after Daisy, then it is the scouts go. There's nobody immediately to detect. So I'm basically going to have them all ready actions. They're going to overwatch if this was XCOM. So they are going to ready actions that if they spot somebody, they're going to fire a bolt. All
Now,
three of
is
them.
that with just if they spot anyone with their passive?
If they spot anybody,
They'll
well,
just
it'll be
spin, shoot,
there'll
yeah.
be an active check because they're
Sure,
now in
yeah,
alert
yeah, yeah.
mode, right? So they're all now doing
we literally
Overwatch.
hear them all
And I will choose their
loading
facing. I will choose their facing.
Okay.
This guy is going to keep looking down this way.
Towards the prison,
This way. This guy's going to look over here towards the trees.
way away from us.
This guy is going to look outwards, suspecting maybe an attack coming from out that way. So they're all facing different directions right now.
So the biggest threat right now is the guy looking at the prison. The other ones are looking kind of away from us right now.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So Ophelia is next.
So into this.
Cool. Ophelia will whisper to the group. The supplies are in the central. Well, some supplies are in the central tower. There's a staff, a couple of bags. I think it might belong to the prisoners.
Okay. Can you?
I could mage hand one of these things to them.
Gruff can mage hand too.
We
Right.
both
Aye,
mage hand,
yes, I can. Aye.
but
Is
we
that-
need to be within 30 feet.
Yeah, and also 6 seconds, guys.
Yeah. Sorry.
Then Ophelia's action will command the hand to return to her. So that spell ends. And then I will spider climb around the back of the wall.
So next to Daisy, basically, and then do you want to come up into this building?
No, I want to stay up at the back of that wall,
Okay.
at the rear of the wall, just basically as far as I can get towards this archer
5, 10,
on the, looking at the prisoners.
30,
Do you want to dash?
I've already done an action to
Yeah.
command the hand.
So you've just got movement. So 35 will get you to here.
That's fine, yeah, and I'll just.
But you're on
the side.
on the
yeah.
side. So we'll put you up there so we know where you are, but
Yep.
you are not currently visible. You are hanging off the side of the thing. Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
And that is my turn. Thank you.
All right, yeah. Not going to have you make a check just yet because you are not in visual range of anything. As you get closer, I might make a check to this guy to see if he can hear you.
Cool. Yep.
All right?
Nice.
But right now, I think you're okay.
Sweet.
So then we go to Xanthius.
Rowan, just in case things get a little bit dicey here, I'm going to protect you with mage armor.
Oh, my.
I don't believe you can cast Mage Armor on
It's a
somebody
self,
else.
You touch a willing creature who isn't wearing isn't wearing armor.
He's wearing armor.
He's wearing leather armor. Studded leather armor.
got pretty good armor.
I didn't realize you could cast Mage Armor on somebody else.
I thought it was a self.
I only recently read the spell.
Yeah.
But no, it's when you're not wearing armor. So
Might as well put it on yourself then.
Xanthius,
I basically every day I tick a spell slot.
Oh, okay.
to
Yeah,
have
yeah.
mage
I'm
armor,
totally
so-
fine with that. Makes sense.
why you got your hand on me? What's the matter?
It's okay. I thought this would work, but
It
let's give it more. Let's
quite
give it
nice.
12 more seconds.
Okay.
2 more rounds.
All right. More rounds.
No, I will. I will follow what Daisy was doing, and try to head in that direction. I think my acrobatics is pretty
Athletics.
athletics. Sorry, yeah.
Strength based.
My athletics is not the worst, so I think I'll try to climb up into that.
All right. Athletics check, please.
11.
11 is enough.
Oh.
It's a DC 10. This is like a ruined loose wall.
Right.
There is enough purchase for you to be able to climb up. Daisy was just unfortunately unable to.
Very good. Okay.
Xanthius is now here.
Within the tower, yeah, I think you can see me a little bit there.
To make it a bit easier, I can actually do this.
Just take that wall off. So I can't use my. It's an action to help, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
In that case, I'll use my my bony action to spend sorcery points, create some glyphs on my runes.
Alrighty. Can you
that's
please
my turn.
make a stealth check for me?
Oh, of course.
Especially as you are also conjuring these runes and things like that.
Okay, that's a unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. Okay. This is less so for the scouts, but for somebody who was not yet revealed. As you climb up, you see a staircase that leads down from this room into a floor below. And as you clamber up and you make your way and you summon these sigils, you hear a voice. What was that? From below.
Shit! There's someone right here.
Xanthius, end of turn, correct?
Fuck. Do I have any more movement left at all?
No, that is
okay.
like, I'm using your full, I've been quite generous to give you the climb.
Thank you, but no, that's all I'll do there in that case. Oh, fuck.
All right. Unfortunately, it is his go next. As coming up the stairs.
But facing
You
the wrong
see-
direction.
No.
I'm sidling behind him the entire time.
You see a figure as you are at the top of the stairs. He makes his way. He's currently halfway up the stairs towards you. But there is immediately, you see the same kind of broken chainmail, pieces of plate, like a plated shoulder, things like that. But this one is wielding like an iron staff with a gauntleted hand, like an armored mage. And you can see around one of his eyes, the flesh bears a very similar effect to that of your hand. And you can see that built into a choker around his neck is a very familiar, very small piece of metal. Oh, shit.
Is there like a flaring almost in my chest at all or something like that?
When you see it, your eyes meet, and there is something here. Almost a piece of you wishes to rage against this foe and to take what it has.
Fuck me.
And it looks at you. What is this? Another sacred here? No, you are some other. Gods! As
We were never going to manage to stay.
the
Brother
reclaimer
in Christ, we just got
sacred.
this far in.
I rolled a natural 20 on my perception check.
Really great.
Yeah, and he rolled I rolled a natural 20 on
Yeah.
perception, and it was a dirty 20.
I imagine even when I first see this guy come up the stairs, there's almost like I'm like standing on the edge of this broken thing. I almost like recoil off the edge of this building.
You push yourself up against the back of the wall, like, oh!
Yeah, like it's the Xanthius half of me, Xanthius 90% of me, guys, like wants to get away from this thing. Like it recognizes immediately.
On his turn, he will look at you with his baleful eye, and you watch as it glows red as a beam of fiery energy fires out. I'm going to roll that again. Oh! Very cocked. That is going to be 13.
Does not hit.
You throw yourself up into this wall, Lanceth, as
like,
a
hold on.
fiery lance.
Yeah, like I almost tried to block it with a demon hand in the glove.
Yeah.
Like maybe it kind of impacts that or
It
something.
glances off like that as the very Homelander-esque, like Superman, this eye beam cuts across the wall. You, I sense it. You have one of the Great One's gifts.
Oh, if you can sense it, then you know to fear it.
Fear? Fear you? Fear the gift of our god? I think not. Unworthy. With that,
Unworthy now, am I?
Gruffith.
Oh.
Oh dear, Rowan.
This guy-
I think the boy is in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, I think so too.
What would you like Gruff to do? Folks? He could go into the open area. He could try and sneak round.
If they've called for guards, right?
This guy's cool. He's
yeah.
drawn attention to you for
I
sure.
wonder.
He would want to protect Zan.
Oh, actually, yeah, he would want to protect Zen. So he will have to try and climb up, but we'll see if he will be able to.
But wild shapes into a kitten to do so, right?
Yeah, tiny kitten.
No.
Little tiny kitten.
It'll happen one day. One day.
So Gruff
Great.
will run along the side next to you, Daisy, throws himself up onto the wall, and with his feline, with his wild heart claws and his agility, he manages to pull himself up, pulling himself up above the stairway leading down. As he looks down, oh dear, that doesn't look very good. And I'll say, oh, you like fire down there, do you, boyo? Let's see if you like this then, eh? And he is going to cast heat metal on the...
Yeah. Love that.
Because he has like this metal armor and these metal plates.
Hell yeah.
I thought you were going to say on the choker, like, whoa.
I mean,
It's part of it. It's part of the armor.
Yeah.
That's
Remember, not all
gross.
crown still has the same properties as yours.
Yeah.
You watch as, Gruff, the metal armor, this kind of dulled black metal, begins to burn, and that smell of soot and ash intensifies as the man is like, fire means little to me. You can see he's in pain, but he is resisting some of it.
Yeah.
That's it. Self-flagellation.
2d8 damage. Halved, unfortunately.
Sure.
So 8 fire damage, half to 4.
but it continues.
It does continue as long as concentration. And Gruff is now at the top. That is his action. That is going to be it. That is what he's going to do. From that, we then go to Rowan.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, we didn't make it all the way through the round.
Okay.
Yeah, because the acolytes attack that thing first.
I think Rowan is going to run forward on the ground up to the edge of this building.
Yep. Stealthing or?
Yes.
Okay.
He's trying to stay hidden. And he's going to continue his original plan of trying to mage hand something to the captives.
Yeah.
Gonna kind of press himself up against here, hoping that these figures won't see him.
So I need to find a way to look inside in order for my mage hand.
From that base level, you can't see inside that tower right now, and I need a stealth roll from you as well, because we do have this scout here who is checking that area.
In which case, what I'll probably do is use my action to dash, and this will be the stealth for the whole.
Okay, yeah, I love it. So,
Okay.
25,
Sneaky
30.
little Rowan. Sneaky through.
You guys are not getting doodles today because I'm getting frustrated.
Yeah, that's fine. That's right.
19.
I am a rock. I am rock.
You are moving across the open here. So what I'm going to say is that you sort of go round this table and hug the wall.
I just got the image of Krong.
So what's the total?
Groove when he goes up against the wall.
What was the total?
19.
19. I am going to give the guy advantage because you don't have a lot of cover here. So I'm going to give him advantage on his perception check. His perception bonus, I believe, is 4.
I'm just a rock. Please don't look at me.
Plus 4. I'm going to add a fate die.
Fair enough. Gives it back to us. We do need it.
So you got 19 plus 4. I need a 15.
It's a public roll.
No, 10. So he is distracted, perhaps called by his superior. His eyes are diverted over towards Xanthias and Gruff as Rowan, you manage to sneak your way through,
Nice job.
avoiding attention and avoiding, more importantly, the crossbow bolts that were soon to arrive.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. The reactions.
All right. I'm not going to have them go because they didn't spot you. Like, these guys have taken their turn and stuff, so they're going to react next turn. That, Rowan, because that was your action to dash.
Yeah, dash,
so
so-
that is going to be a brand new round.
Hell yeah.
At which point, hearing the call of their master, a number of these figures, these reclaimer acolytes, 10 feet, because they've got to do difficult terrain. 15, 20, 25, 30. They come rushing towards.
Okay.
Then they are going to dash.
Are they hard focused on rushing towards
They are, but I'm going to give them a perception check to see if they can spot Rowan.
Yeah.
That is... I'll roll it for just the group. That is a fail. They are too enamored with what's going on in the building.
Enamored.
Rowan,
Yeah.
you are free for now. There are, however, they are not the only ones. As coming from this building.
You were right.
Yep.
Shit. So what does that mean now? There's
Too many.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
So
We need the help of this.
9.
yeah, we need the help.
You never know. Might be minions. Might be all right.
Should heat metal on their prison.
They are going to rush over. I'm going to give this group a perception check to see if they spot Rowan.
Can't find me. I am rock.
17.
He is just 8 foot of nothing right now.
Just like pressed up against it. Like,
I hit myself as a brick wall.
that is going to be... These reclaimers got enough to open the door. They've probably stepped just inside as well, but they are basically in that building at this point. That is going to be the acolytes go. We then go to Daisy, who's next up.
Hollow.
Hello. Slightly shift this so that I can see
The roof has
inside.
come off.
These guys are all inside now.
Okay, so they're just about to come up the stairs towards us.
Yes,
Sure.
basically.
I need to get out of here.
Okay, so they're still at the very bottom.
They're at the bottom floor. Yeah, they're at the bottom floor. Apologies, people, but
had
for
a
podcast
gate.
listeners, we need to describe it anyway. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Can I?
There's not a lot of room with Gruff and Xanthias in the way.
There's not a
So I
door at
can't
the
get
back,
back
is there?
You could, I'd say. Yeah, I'd say you could. There's not a door at the back.
Yeah,
Nor a window.
sure. If only.
I'd say you're fairly small, and like Xanthia, technically Gruff could be like next to Zan like that.
And Ophelia's going along the top of the wall. now.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Since this isn't working, I might have to take a different route. I might have to go back round the wall and try and get them from the other side. Or let me just try another
Athletics, yeah. So it'll be one of your movement actions. So this will be your move or your bonus action, basically.
Do it.
18.
18's enough. This time, you scoot your way up to the top.
Sorry, I'm trying to see it. Can I?
So this guy's technically like on the stairs coming up, but we're just going to leave him there for now.
Okay. Can I scoot and try and follow Ophelia for? I'll do a dash for.
Yeah, you can hop up on this like barrel here, hop up here, and then you can get
Then-
next to Ophelia.
How much?
So that would be your movement. So 15 feet to get up there. 20 feet because it counts as double.
Yeah.
10 feet, I'd say 10 feet gets you to here. So that's your movement basically. That's
Okay.
one movement to here. So you still have a movement and another potential action if you want to use your bonus action to do that. Or you can dash with your bonus action. That could be your movement action.
Move up to where this guy?
15, 20, 25, 30.
Run along the top of the wall.
Yep. Now, as you get closer,
Can
I
I
am going to
hit
make a
the-
perception check for this guy. Can you give me a stealth?
Can I hit the deck when I get?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I'd say you absolutely
Like,
can.
I'm
I'll
trying
give you
to-
advantage on stealth, but you'll go
trying
prone.
to, yeah, basically,
Uh-huh.
hopefully.
18 for this guy.
25.
25. You go prone, but this guy does not see you. He's focused once again on the call out. He's seen Gruff and Xanthias at this point because you've had attention directly called to you.
Okay.
And Gruffith has gone, blah, 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 he mel.
Yeah.
So would he, sorry, out of interest, would he have taken the shot?
No,
No,
don't
okay.
worry about it for now. I don't need to worry about that. I've got plenty of stuff to come.
I know. I'm just, playing both sides here.
More giblets.
So you moved,
Them giblets.
bonus action dash. You still have an action.
Can I take, is dodge a bonus act? Dodge?
Dodge is an action. You can
I
take the
just
dodge action. Yep.
I'm trying to move as far as possible to try and make my way down to
You're
the prisoner.
basically roly-poling on the top of this wall, just like like rolling up and down like a little sausage.
I'm basically just going like flat out, and I'm
Like that cat with the laser pen.
yeah. Like that. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, like
yeah.
on top of the wall.
That's your
And
dodge
I'm trying
action.
I'm trying to make it towards
Towards
the,
this
like,
guy.
Yeah, no, if
'Cause
you
I wanna
get
go
behind this
down-
guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
That'd be
so
great.
that's my aim.
Yep.
Okay,
He
I'm
is
done.
currently still unawares of you.
I'm
all right. So that is Daisy's go. That is the Acolyte's go. So now it goes to the Scout before Ophelia, unfortunately. So this guy can see into this fight. This guy's going to turn his attention over here. This guy is quite far. If he goes here, actually, he can see Xanthias and Gruff. This guy is going to make a perception check to see if he can see Ophelia and Daisy up on the tall thing. You were 24 in your stealth?
25.
25.
He is round the back of the
Oh, that's right. Ophelia's around the back. So just to see if he can see Daisy, unlikely.
Peter Pan shadow.
Nope. Does not see Daisy, but is going to see all of this as well. Gruff and Xanthias,
Yes.
you have some shots coming your way, I'm afraid. Nobody has seen Rowan. Actually, no. I will make a perception check for this guy, because he might see him. What did you get, 19?
Yeah.
Doesn't see him. I'm rolling really badly.
Brick for the face.
I'm rolling really badly. So,
I am
To be fair, after what 3 campaigns and like 10 years
This
of
is
high rollers,
the best stealth
best
we've
stealth you've
ever
ever
had.
done,
Best stealth
except for you and Kim. You're about to get shot a lot.
Yeah, we're done.
So the guy who's very far away in the gatehouse, I'm going to use his ricochet shot ability, which means I get to make a target against both of you, basically.
What weapon is he using out of
A
interest?
crossbow.
What's the range on the crossbow?
A heavy crossbow is 100 feet to 400 feet.
Righty.
That's enough.
So against Xanthias,
Oh, wait. 100 feet.
14.
Like there's 100 minimum?
100 feet is short range, and then up to 400.
A 14 is exactly, I will use shield.
All right. Bam! The crossbow bolt goes wide.
Yeah, I've just deflected like that laser with my demon arm. I'm now conjuring a shield out of that thing as well to bounce a crossbow bolt as well.
I would have, Gruff would have used armor evoke
I was about to say to you, he probably would have
as a
brought
bonus
his armor
action,
up.
yes, he
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
would have done. You're right.
Is your
So his AC is
shield demon
17.
armor like demonic and like dark and crackly, or is it like?
Is that a nat 20 again?
No, but it's a 21. It will still hit Gruff
Okay.
this attack.
But he's got his armor up.
I don't know actually.
He does, yes.
I always imagined the
Yes.
magical
14
magical
HP.
spell shield to just be this invisible force,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
It could be anything.
Yeah, anything. You
Well, actually, I
it's
almost don't want to. I
different
don't want to
per
theme it to be
person.
demon.
7 damage. So with Gruff's temp HP, that's going to be 3 damage after the temp HP is
Yeah.
gone. So the crossbow does sort of thud in, but is. I also didn't heal Gruff after the
Yeah,
previous
the long
fight,
rest.
so he should be on 40. So I will just do this. All right. So Gruff does take a bolt in the shoulder from this ricochet shot. That is just the far archer in the gatehouse, however.
Okay.
The one on the central tower is going to do the same thing with
Yeah,
ricochet
no,
shot. Xanthias, your AC is still increased.
Yes.
That is going to be an 18.
Does not hit. I've got 19 now.
The invisible
shit,
force, or whether it's
nice.
the cool crown shield thing, is deflecting these away. Gruff, that is an 18, just beating Gruff's AC, unfortunately.
He's got his armor up though.
Well, his armor has to replenish each turn, so that is going to be 9 points of damage to Gruff.
Okay.
He's getting battered by these bolts as they fly in. This guy over here, he does not have a very good line of sight because there's this cover of these barrels and crates to both of you.
Yeah.
So I am going to have him.
Overwatch?
I'm going to have him move.
Ooh. Downstairs.
No, I'm going to have him basically, ready in action that if he sees you or Gruff, he's going to take a shot.
Sure.
But he won't be able to use his ricochet shot. He'll just have to make a normal basic attack. So he's kind of lining up, waiting to strike you both. That is going to be the scout's turn. Ophelia.
Can I cast Chill Touch on the archer in the central tower, please?
Yeah, absolutely you can.
The
So
range
you will
spell,
need
chill.
line of sight, right? So you need to pop up, basically.
A pop up. Oh, I don't know if I do.
Oh, do you not?
I create a ghostly skeletal hand in the space of a creature within range. It doesn't
Oh,
say about
you do, yeah,
being able
great.
to see it or anything.
Perfect. You can just stay stuck down here.
Yeah.
Okay, great. What do I? Is this an attack from
This is
you?
a ranged spell attack.
Okay.
24.
24 is a hit.
Hell yeah. It's 2d8 necrotic. Oh my god, 5 on 2d8.
5 points.
That's pretty
Still
cool.
damage, still damage.
Still damage, still
We're
damage.
gonna have him as Scout A, by the way.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, you watch as this kind of like what is this?
Hand raises from the brick, grabs him.
And yeah, it does not seem to have any sort of protections against this.
Pull him into hell.
Yes.
That was your action.
That is my action. I'm just trying to see if there's anything, can't regain hit points until the start of its next. Until
Okay,
its
great to know.
next turn. Yeah, I'm gonna keep moving up, following Daisy, but along the side of the wall towards.
You've got 35 feet of movement,
Yeah.
right? Yep. So you get to about there.
Yeah, perfect.
You can't see me, I'm invisible.
Yeah.
You're doing really good.
Anything else, Ophelia, in your turn?
No, that is me. Thank you very much.
All right, then we go to Xanthias.
I want to. This guy. Oh, sorry.
He is down halfway
coming
up
up
the
the
stairs.
stairs.
Yeah.
So we've got his miniature
Halfway.
up on the thing, but yeah.
Okay. I almost want to try to grab him with a shocking grasp, which I believe I have advantage on because he's wearing metal.
You do.
And
For now, in 2014 rules, you do. That's
Sure.
going away soon. But you will have to step out and move down the stairs to get to him, which will give the archer his shot of opportunity. But your shield is still up until the end or start of your turn.
oh, that's
Might be
a
start.
good Question. Until the spell... No, hang on, sorry. The problem is I've got it customized from another spell, so I just need to Google it. I think either way, there is something about this guy Xanthius just fucking hates.
Yeah.
And he can't fully understand why, but there's just an anger building up there that he wants to try and...
Start of your next turn. So you don't have a boost AC.
Shit.
Okay, fine. But,
So you step out, my ready to action goes off.
go for it.
That is going to be a 19 to hit.
That hits, and would hit even if I had the shield.
That is going to be 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay, I have 2 runes, which I'll happily use now.
Okay.
To reduce that by 2d6.
Okay.
So I could potentially... I reduce it by 8.
All right. So you take 4.
Nice.
So the runic shields of your magic sort of suppress the bolt, slowing it down before it kind of does full damage to you. And then you step down the steps and meet this figure halfway up.
And I want to grab... I almost want to go for his throat and try and shock and grasp this guy.
If you roll a 20, maybe you do grab the throat.
So I have advantage because of the metal, both what he's wearing and in his neck. That is a 14. That is a 15. So it's a 21.
21 against this figure, I believe, is a hit.
Worrying you had to check that one. That is 14 damage.
Nice.
And lightning, he is not resistant
I know.
to, as the you grab and you just, he's like, but he is under the effects of heat metal, and you just touched his hot metal.
That's true, but I have resistance to fire, so I don't care too much about that.
So I'm going to keep this damage roll for him as well. I'll make it the same damage roll.
Sure.
That would be 13 fire damage, so half to 6 for you.
Okay.
And half to 6 for him, so I'm just actually going to have him take that.
Oh, is it like steam and like smoke?
So I take
between, like-
as much as... Like, he's wearing the heat.
As soon as any creature that touches it,
Okay,
by the
yeah.
spell, as I understand it.
No, that's
Yeah, it's touching it.
Oh, that's sick.
That's how heat metal works.
Yeah.
It's metal touching skin.
Yeah. So, but then you plunge this lightning into him as it courses through his body. He now can't take reactions as well, I
He
believe.
cannot take reactions.
Yep.
It'd be like an action, right, to shove.
Yes, it's an attack action. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what I can do with a bonus action here.
Kick him in the balls.
Dragon breath.
Dragon's Breath.
There's all you could hit all of the guys coming
Now, this
upstairs as
building,
well.
stone?
Stone.
Hell yeah.
There is like some wooden furniture down below, but
I mean, if I'm literally grabbing this guy by the throat, he said he doesn't fear fire.
yeah.
I'll test that theory.
Are you going to enhance it?
If I enhanced it, would it be to
Oh,
the
cities.
entire breath?
I'd be so disappointed in you.
So everyone would take, it wouldn't be like Scorching Ray.
Scorching Ray is 3 separate attacks. Dragon's Breath is 1 effect.
I mean,
Do it.
he knows I've got it. I know I've got
2
it.
devils, and they're both real.
There's, well, that's the thing, that whispering devil, I can hear this in the keep somewhere. Or is this from him that I'm hearing the whispering? Okay, fine. Yeah.
I'm going to give him disadvantage on the saving throw because you literally have him grabbed and you're in his face.
Sure.
The others are going to get some cover because he's in the way, so they're going to get a bonus. So what's the DC to beat?
The DC for my Dragon Ancestry Dragon Breath is Dexterity 15.
15. All 3 of the minions succeed.
Okay.
So I am going to see if you can overcome their HP threshold, because they do have a threshold for effects that when they succeed on saving throws, he fails. So he's going to take the full amount. As you enhance it, his fire resistance does not apply. As you see that bead, and it's only a tiny fragment, almost shaped into the same symbol as on their tabards of the rough crown steel metal, almost seems to glow and ignite around it, and that fire engulfs him, and he is not protected at all against this flame.
What is the thematics of Dragon Breath out of interest? I've never actually really determined. Like, do I, for that second, have a draconic head that's breathing fire?
No,
or is
no,
it
it's,
literally-
you open your mouth and
Yeah.
fire exudes out.
I think it should come out
It's
your
magic.
nose.
It's part of your blood.
Yeah, okay. So, in that case, if it's enhanced, it's 2d6 normal,
Plus D10.
with an extra d10, which I'll need to take damage for. But, and the ones that succeeded take half.
Yep.
That is 11 damage
Total?
total.
Right.
So
He takes the
fine.
full amount, and then 11 So 11 would be 5.
Yeah.
So it is not enough to kill the minions coming up the stairs. They are badly burnt, and they're like trying to put themselves out, but they are still up. But they are now heavily weakened each.
Sure, they burning.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
they're burning.
All
Yeah,
right.
so is he.
Sweet.
Yeah, I mean it's fire, right? Like
Yeah, normally it doesn't do that.
Does it not say that?
Sorry, it does.
I was going to check because I think it does say in the spell it sets things on fire.
says
And the target gains the burning condition. I think it
Burning
even if they succeed.
That's the thing I've added to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
So they are
sweet.
burning. Yep. All right.
I'm not going to move. I'm basically staying where I am. I know.
Okay.
You need to take damage though.
You do. D6 of psychic damage,
Oh,
please.
of course, yes. 4.
Oh, dear.
You've damaged yourself quite a lot this turn.
No, it's not too bad.
At the end of Xanthias' turn,
14 damage.
It goes to the Sacred's turn. He takes that fire damage from the heat metal. I've already applied that.
Okay.
It's just like he's just like, struggling against the electrical damage and everything else.
And now the burning as well.
Yeah, and the burning. Oh yeah, so cool. I will do a d6 of damage for the burning condition. 3 more points.
Hey, something.
It's something.
I know you're deep in thought.
He reaches a hand back to his minions. He's like, brothers, you're not done yet. Let the fire get. And he's going to throw out sort of black flame that enshrouds their armor, and he's going to grant them temporary hit points.
Okay.
He's going to grant them temporary hit points. How many temporary hit points? I will find out. Ooh, that is going to be 6 temporary hit points each.
Nice.
And then that was his bonus action. Inflame my brethren, and then he is going to he pulls out this wicked curved knife and he's just going to slash you with it.
Curved swords.
That is a 14.
That is exactly. Unless no, I won't.
You won't?
I won't shield because I don't want to keep spaffing spell slots.
Okay.
Sorry, who are you?
Just
Hazel doesn't
I'm scared of this combat. I'll be honest.
6 points of slashing damage. 6 necrotic damage. As he draws the blood on the blade, feeds into his hand, and he heals.
Fuck. Okay.
Oh, yes!
Had I have realised he heals.
That's why I was like, oh, you're not shielding.
Okay. You know what? Lifesteal.
That's okay,
Well,
is it?
I kind of fuck with lifesteal.
All right, okay.
You're bound.
But yeah, he
Weird.
plunges,
Drinking a
slashes,
potion?
slashes across you with the curved blade as the blood infuels him.
Okay, had I have realised
he's
that
looking
dagger-
rough though. I will say he's bloodied.
I didn't realise the dagger was that.
looking
spooky.
rough still.
Sorry, out of interest.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've enhanced since the ritual spell on me.
You notice nothing.
Okay, cool.
But suddenly you hear the flapping of wings, and Sidious is gonna beat your ass.
Yeah.
He did say as long as it wasn't an Ashen Rest. Gruffith. Gruffith is going to maintain concentration on heat metal. Is it
Kitten form.
concentration? Yes, it is.
Kitten form.
No.
Kitten. Do it.
K-I-U-N.
How rough is Xanthias?
Kitten.
After that strike, 16
bit rough.
HP total.
So you're looking pretty.
16 out of
you're looking
42.
good.
Pretty bad.
All right, he will, as an action, he will reach out a hand and cast Cure Wounds on you, Xanthias.
Thank you.
That is going to be 7 plus for 11 HP back as his action.
Banging.
Second level Cure Wounds. That is his action. As a bonus action, he will Shillelagh.
Yeah.
Then we go to Rowan.
The camera whips 180 from looking
This
at those
intense
two
battle.
to the bottom of this tower, just a brick wall, and then the eyes open.
Just his outfit. Because, like, I imagine the tower's got, like, ivy and moss, and all your greens and browns and your grey skin, you just perfectly blend in. Blink.
And
Pink Panther music starts playing. Dun, 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 dun,
what I'm going
dun.
to do is cast Enhance Ability Dexterity on myself.
Oh.
You feel as lithe as a little kitty cat.
Oh!
I'm a little gazelle. So dainty.
Prance across the battlefield.
He's a kitten.
Oh,
Well, what's the point? I never rolled perception to see if the prisoner saw you. What did you get? A 19. As you're doing this, as you're like, oh, and you enhance yourself, none of these scouts, all of these soldiers, like, are running around, haven't noticed you. And you look over, and just looking through these bars with these big eyes is this little goblin woman, kind of like, you know, she's kind of like very shaped, like her legs are quite thick. She's got these thigh highs, but she's got this tiny little body, but this huge hat, like a Rani from Elden Ring style hat, with all these little things hanging off it. And she's like, she's looking, she's like, hey! Oh, help me! Help me!
I'm invisible.
Okay. And she's like pretend to look around.
I'm going to mouth
Uh-huh.
to her, I'm going to get your things.
Okay.
And I'm going to strafe
All right.
to the other side of this wall.
just a man.
I'm gonna need a stealth check.
Yeah.
With advantage.
With advantage.
'Cause I'm in-
One scout and two scouts now, because we have the guy up on the guard tower and these warriors.
Come on.
13 this time.
13 total. Scout.
Oh, wait, what about your enhanced dexterity?
That was the
That's the
advantage.
Oh, that was the advantage. Sorry.
This scout. My sacred one! There's another in the courtyard. He's there. How did we not see him? These two acolytes, natural 20.
Oh, shit.
They just like see you immediately. The guard up the tower also sees you. By the Great One, how did we not see him? He's fucking huge. He's huge. This guy, he's looking this way.
Fucking half giant.
Yeah.
They're like,
But yeah, they now all see you, unfortunately. However, there are no readied actions from any of these guys, so they don't get to it. They're just so stunned. They're like, but they are now aware of your presence.
Oh, yeah, that guy shot
So
me.
you have plenty of movement still. So you've used about 10 feet of movement. Shut up. You've used about 10 feet of movement.
I'm going to go inside.
Yep, you can easily get inside.
I'm going to look. I don't know if Ophelia briefed us on what was in
It's super obvious because they're just leaning up against a wall. There's very little else in here.
Grabbing.
There's a
Arrows.
staff, a quiver of arrows, and like a knapsack and things like that.
whatever I'm able to grab.
You can grab all of it. You're rowing. Yep.
And then I'm going to use the rest of my movement to go back out
That was 15. So
towards the cage.
10. 5, 10, 15. So you only get to just about here.
Is it an action to grab those things, or is that?
I would say it's part of your
bonus
movement. I'd
action?
say it's a bonus action. Bonus action to do it. Well, you've action to enhance ability.
That's true.
Movement, bonus action. You're done.
I'm done.
You're done. Alrighty. At the... Yeah, we can try and squeeze another round in. Top of the round. The Acolytes. The Acolytes. These ones are going to run for you, Rowan. How did we miss this one, sister? I do not know, brother, but let us slay him. As they rush up, the 3 Acolytes who are burning.
With 10 HP now, though.
10 HP. They take 4, so it reduces their 10 HP. So as minions, they're still up. They're looking bad. They're burning, and they're definitely not in a good place. You and the Sacred One are kind of blocking the stairway at
That
this
was
point.
my... Yeah.
Yeah. So they are going to run up, and actually, what they're going to do is the one is going to run up behind the Sacred One. He's going to use an action to grapple and shove him behind himself. And they're going to basically push the Sacred One behind them all to protect him.
Right.
And then they're going to rush you.
Okay.
So I'm going to make a group attack for them. As they
Yeah,
are
no, if they want to
minions.
fucking die.
Yeah, they do. So when the Acolyte makes a joint attack, it doesn't have advantage.
Are they still on fire?
These guys are, yeah. Group attack. Alrighty, natural 20. They're minions. They don't get anything cool.
Okay.
I'm sad that I've wasted that.
Unshieldable, but oh god, that was spooky.
Unshieldable. This is going to be 6 necrotic damage as the 3 of them sort of rush up. One steps to the side, lets the other one's like sword strike you. One just reaches out and almost like drains some of your life force away as this group of minions use some sort of foul magics and spells as they attack you. And then the Sacred One is pushed to the bottom of the room. I'll
Sure.
sort him out in a minute.
Sure.
But that is going to be the Acolyte's turn. Oh, and then the 2 attack against Rowan are going to make a group attack against Rowan.
12 to beat.
That is going to be a 14.
Yeah.
That is only 4 necrotic damage, though.
Okay, I'll take that.
Then we go to Daisy.
Hello, is there a roof? Is there a roof on that cage? Is it like fully enclosed?
It is. There is a roof on it, yeah. So I didn't have enough materials to put one in, but there is a roof on there.
Can I drop down onto the roof?
Yeah, you absolutely can. Just going to move some of these guys up.
Yeah. Although, how far is that? That's like, what, 5, 10,
How
15
tall
feet?
is the cage?
It would be, so this wall is about 15 feet high, so you can roll, and it would be, I would say, a
I'm not going to
10-foot
straight
drop.
roll. But
No, it's a 10-foot drop. So
Okay,
can you make an
can I-
acrobatics check for me?
okay.
Just to see if you can take, if you reduce the full damage. It's going to be a d6 of full damage otherwise.
Natural 20. plus
Natural
7.
20.
Holy shit.
Easily enough. You don't even land prone. You land on your feet, and I will let you make a stealth check as part of this to see if this guy, like, you wait for the right moment and just fall down.
Literally blinks.
Yeah, Black Widow style.
Well, my intention was that I was gonna slide down the bars and just appear at the door and be like,
Yeah. Yeah, you can just, like, literally hop off down. Yeah. Yeah, you get to the front of the gate. It's like cobbled together. It's like wood and metal, like combined.
is it locked?
It is locked. Yeah,
Can
it's
I
a prison.
pick the lock?
Yeah, it's your action if you want to pick the lock.
That's
yeah.
what I want to do.
Yep, thieves tools. So this is
thieves
proficiency and
was that
proficiency and dex.
Was that a free stealth check because of the 20?
Oh yeah, make the stealth check actually.
May as well.
Wait, 15.
15. This scout does unfortunately still see you, but you land.
fine.
You can make the picklock check. Do you have expertise with your thieves tools?
Yeah, I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, so this would be double your proficiency and dex. It's annoying that it's not a skill on the character sheet.
Double my proficiency and my dex.
Yeah, so it
I
should
do
be.
have everything. I checked that. I
Yeah,
had
so I think it should be plus 11 for you.
God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, because wait, no, it's plus 4. Wait, what's our proficiency bonus?
3.
3. Yeah.
So
yeah,
plus 11.
11.
This is a pretty sturdy lock. It is going to be a DC of 20.
Oh shit.
So you need a 9. You do have 1 fate.
Okay, sure.
Near the end.
Sure.
You are using
Do
it.
it. Sure.
Yeah, go for it.
I rolled a 9 plus 3, so 12 plus 11.
23.
did it.
So you slide down and you
yeah.
whip out your tools, and very quickly, within like a few seconds, you hear it click. As you appear, the little goblin is like, "Oh, geez, where did you come from? What's going on?" Like looking around at all of you guys now suddenly appearing.
Sneaky like a cat. Get out. Go.
Well, he can't move. My friend, Borath, he can't move. He's too injured. Please, do you have like anything? Can you heal?
I'll go in. I don't have anything that I can use right now, actually. So I'll say we have people who can help, but help us out
You
for
can
now.
see Rowan like really close with all their stuff.
Your stuff is with him. Go, go.
Okay. I'm going to now roll initiative for Penelope.
Penelope. I've only known Penelope for
Bed.
3 rounds and I will die for her.
Yes.
Penelope is going to be at
I
13
wanna
in
know
the
what
initiative.
the tree person's called.
Yeah.
She did say his name. His name is.
That's the best stealth and execution of not being seen that I've ever done.
Hell
This
yeah.
whole
Ever.
thing is
Ever in the
super
entirety
You've done
of
a very
D&D.
good job. You've done a very good job. The tree person's name is. She said it was her friend Baranth.
Baranth.
Baranth and Penelope.
Baranth.
Boranth.
Baranth.
And Penelope, like Penelope.
Oh, cool.
And for those of you who are from Altheya, because you goblins are not common to Altheya. They are not from the continent of Altheya. Goblins predominantly come from the continent of Stridia, which is another
Stridia?
far-off country.
Heard that
literally
before, not
never-
even outside of this.
Stridia is a
Yeah.
far-off land
Stridia.
known only to a few close diplomats of the Dragon Empress because contact with Stridia has been quite limited, and goblins come from there.
Sorry,
Now-
the continent of Altheya or Ilmera?
Sorry, the continent of Ilmera, yes.
Yes.
Altheya, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Altheya being the world. So Ilmera, the continent, sorry, my apologies. Enough that, like, you would probably all know that goblins come from this other place, but you don't know much about it, basically.
I mean, it's
so
as
you're not going to be like,
mysterious as
"Whoa, what the
obvious,
fuck are you?" It's going to be like, "Oh, I think she's a
they
goblin."
weren't even like in Coldra, just roaming around.
No, very rare.
So why is this? Yeah, this one is
Very
also
rare.
like a
I've just seen,
diplomat of the Green
I've just seen
Rose.
Ophelia.
Yeah.
We know Ophelia's from Osseous. She's just detached her hand and it's been running about the ground. We've been talking to dragons. We've seen them shift into you. That's fine.
Oh, and also,
Little green woman.
and she looks adorable. By the way,
Exactly.
she's
So not like goblin-y.
kind of like, well, no, goblin-y, but like
goblin.
kind of cute goblin, like World of Warcraft. You know, they've got the big
Oh, yeah, yeah.
ears.
Right.
She does have like a slightly sort of like, you know, strong, prominent nose and chin, but she's got these like big anime eyes,
Hell yeah.
like very. Is it the Yordles in League of Legends? They've got these big like almost like chibi almost, like big hair. You can see that under her hat she has this very strong turquoise blue hair that's just like spilling around her shoulders, and she looks like a druid. She looks like she has like nature magic elements and stuff to her.
All right, for everyone out there.
The HR fan art channel just blew the
That's
fuck
what I'm
up.
gonna say. You got two. I'm gonna make a new fan art video between now and the next relay.
So you got 2
yeah.
weeks.
And then
2
for
weeks.
I want it full of the goblin.
for Baranth, by the way, the inspiration for Baranth, being this plum person, is there are these creatures called the Sylvaneth in Warhammer Age of Sigmar. They are like these willowy tree people that are just plants come to life, basically.
Yeah.
But he has like this big, strong plume of like vine-like hair. He's wearing like a toga, almost like it almost looks Greek-like in the like the outfit, and then the bow. There's like reinforced wood for like his bracer and things like that.
all
cool.
tree-like.
All plant-based, yeah. There's no metal or
They
stone.
have. You said they had a belt.
There is a one leather belt
And
with
that's
like a
it.
satchel.
That's
Yeah,
the only thing that's not tree-like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, no, I'm just looking at the Sylvaneth. They look awesome.
Yeah. So that is what we see. I think that is a really good point for us to end the episode.
Yeah.
Following
Yeah.
Daisy's turn, having freed the prisoners.
Just squeaking down on the railings.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But you just got them out and got their stuff as well. They're about to
Yeah.
join the fight and
That
help
was
out.
the aim.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amazing.
All right.
Good stealthing.
Good. Excellent
That-
job, everybody.
This
You
has
actually,
been such a good encounter
you
so
know,
far.
yeah.
We
and,
did stealth
We did it!
for a little bit.
Yeah, and this is your first confrontation with the cult called the Reclaimers.
Ba-da-da-da.
That is an out-of-game thing. You don't know that quite yet. No,
think-
these
didn't
are
the
not the
master say-
Awoken.
Sorry?
Reclaimers.
Hmm?
Didn't he shout?
He shouted it
the
out, I
Reclaimers?
think.
Who did?
The master.
Yes, yeah, he did.
Let's go, Reclaimers.
Yeah.
Something.
Ah,
He
right,
rallied
yeah.
the troops.
My Reclaimer brothers.
So
but
whoever's
yeah.
near him. hurts.
Yes.
But yeah,
that
these
means-
are not the Awoken. This is nothing to do with Proto-Magi. This is
They
a
are
whole other
asleep.
thing. So,
But that means that next week there is the live show episode.
Yes.
The week after is when we will carry on this episode.
Yeah, you got
and this
2 weeks
encounter.
to draw the
2
goblin.
weeks.
and Baranth and all the other cool things that happened in this episode.
Goblin better
I want
be
to,
cute as
yeah,
fuck.
I want to see the sigil. I want to see the ash sort of painted.
I want to not see Rowan, but I want to see.
I want to
Brick
see
Wall.
Altheya
brick wall with
taking her
eyes.
hand off. I want to see Kronk Rowan.
Yeah. Man.
Closes his eyes, blends in
I wanna see
perfectly.
Cat Daisy.
Yeah, yeah.
Daisy.
I also want to see fucking Xanthias with lightning hand
Yeah.
breathing fire into this dude's face.
Yeah.
Unlimited power.
Yeah.
Man, this has been such a good episode.
Good episode. All right, everybody. Well, thank you very much, everybody at home, for watching. That is going to be it for today's episode. We will see you for the live show stream
Next week.
Next week. Some of us will probably pop into chat for that.
Yes.
I will be on holiday, so I will not.
All right, yeah,
Get
be on
right.
enjoy holidays. And then after that, we will be back for a brand new episode of Altheya. Take care. We love you. Bye-bye.
See ya. Love you. Bye.
Bye.